Help!
Yeah, that's a good way to start. All right, so where we last left off in
who's
our
going to start off with the burial rites?
Adventure here, our intrepid crew of adventurers had come traveling and had just escaped a horde of skeletons in the fountain room. So they took a rest, played knock knock with some skeletons, met some necromancers who were a lot more scared than they were scary, found some zombies in the water, and then as they came upon this ornate door with the skull symbol of that vampire lord upon it that they were unable to open before, they found it slightly ajar. And heading into these farther back rooms, Cayman decided to swim through one of the water tunnels that he found, and he finds himself here in this room with these spiral bands of water in it. And as he heads to the center pedestal, he sees a small black obsidian ring with a peculiar onyx gemstone set in it. And without really thinking about it other than, oh, this looks pretty badass, he slips it on a finger. And
he dies.
He immediately realizes that probably wasn't a good idea, as the ring attunes to him, and he feels a surge of power accessible to him via this thing now on his finger. But also he feels this intense necrotic energy starting to pulse through his body, and he's going to have to make a Constitution save, even as a shadow materializes in each of the corners, clearly hostile, clearly wishing ill upon Cayman. That is a... Let me open my file on this thing.
Let me look at my file on the BBEG.
That's not quite. No.
Damn it!
That's
Wait,
not what I said.
do I have a thing?
I have a thing. I just had to...
I can't use this. I'm in trouble.
Oh, so no, that is a fail.
Oh boy. I'm in trouble.
It's not as bad as it sounds, except that
it's even worse.
Why is that? Oh, wrong one.
Oh, this is a mistake.
You take 1 point, which is multiplied by 2 because your body is suddenly extremely vulnerable to poison and necrotic damage. So you take a total of 4 damage as the energies roil through you. And we'll have to have you do that once every hour until you get it off. Or die.
Or die.
Well, you know. And yes, also roll a perception check, please, for me, Cayman. As you pick up the ring, you begin to hear the same screaming that you heard before echo through the building. With that, you will absolutely hear shuffling of feet, and it's not from that direction. You can from your vantage point and your ability to see in perfect darkness, you can actually see pretty well that there are quite a few. I'm going to reveal a little bit more for you.
Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
If you know your DMG photos, then it just got worse.
Oh, my DMG photos.
So, with that, I'm going to have to ask everyone to roll initiative, as it suddenly feels as if the entire mausoleum is kind of shaking to life. Oh, I gotta bring out the thing with the thing. There we go.
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
You know what, DM?
Yo.
Hey!
I'm upset because my thing specifically says when I fail an ability check, initiative rolls are ability checks, and I can't use this.
That's true. That is
So
true. I was actually
Cayman-
thinking about that.
Was Cayman the only one that heard the scream, or did we also
No,
hear
you
it?
all heard it. You all heard it for sure. Does someone want to roll for Eglor? I'm just gonna have him be on the side still, but
Absolutely. Give me just a second to bring his sheet up too.
Don't worry, when Kaiman dies, he can control Igler.
Oh no,
jeez.
no, no!
Oh, jeez.
I have something in the woodworks if that happens. Oh yeah, good job, Eglor.
Nice. All right, so let's just have me roll a bunch of initiative.
As long as the shadows roll lower than me, I'm good.
Yoga's gonna call like kind of towards the water and say, "Kaiman, what's happening in there? Can he hear me from
Shadows.
this distance?"
Roll a perception check, Cayman, to see if you can hear through the water and through the distance, because he's about 60 feet away from that entrance and it's underwater. Yeah, he doesn't hear you. He does not hear you.
A little busy.
Kaiman?
It's also probably the rumbling of the building and the screams echoing off the walls, the distant.
I'm a little busy right now.
Something like that.
I'm a little occupied with what's in the room with me.
Dang.
Everyone's like, not good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm out of here. My
I'm
turn.
excited to see. Yeah,
My turn. I'm gone.
So everyone's gonna have their own situation. That geez, the monsters are all kind of in a good grouping. So I mean, I guess that's terrible in some ways, but
Oh, it's
All
not
right,
sorted.
so-
I was looking at the initiative. I was like, how am I fourth?
yeah. Sorry, I haven't sorted it yet.
No, good.
Just a little slow on getting everything back open because I had to close stuff earlier. Rhea, where are you? Rhea, where are you? We need you.
Rhea's right here.
Oh, I meant her character sheet. Like, where'd that damn thing go? I need you. All right. Okay. And then
Those of us who thought Astro's encounter was winnable, this is way out of our pay grade.
You don't know what you're fighting yet.
I
don't know if that makes it better though. All right, so top of the order.
I don't need to. I see a slightly bigger zombie.
Yeah.
That looks meaner than the other ones.
Top of the order, we have Cleek.
Okay, so I don't remember if we established this before or what we did establish. If so, I am assuming I cannot spread my wings in this hallway to use my flying speed.
I believe you did, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, wait, did I?
I remember it that way. Does anyone else remember him walking over the trap and not setting it off? Because I don't know how else he got
flying,
there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I like flew over it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He flew.
I assumed that you flew over it.
The only
I don't know what your
person
wingspan is. I think your wingspan's wider than 5 feet. You theoretically shouldn't be
Yeah.
able to fly in here. So, I'll just say you nimbly dodged the trap. But here you are now at this time, probably not even remembering where it is.
I generally remember that the triggers were in the center of these, roughly.
I
And
think
that's
everyone
about
else-
how much Cleek has equated to don't step in general middle area or bad. So
Well, I
I'm
don't know if they
assuming I'm
trigger
using
more
my
than
walking
once, but they've been
speed.
triggered.
I'm just gonna use
I do believe
a
that
running long jump. You can jump a distance equal to your strength modifier, right?
Limited
so.
by your movement speed.
Right.
Well, yeah. Thing is, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run 10 feet and I'm gonna jump the next 12 to try and
15.
avoid whatever trigger may be in the middle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get that far.
Go ahead and roll me a general dexterity check.
Acrobatics?
Also, just a quick question: do you have a torch?
I believe
Because
I
otherwise,
did, yes.
it's pitch black in here.
I
'cause I don't
believe
think-
I did have a torch.
I thought you did too. I just was asking. Okay. Yeah. Do acrobatics. That's fine.
Oh
Okay.
no!
With that, you actually do trigger the trap. Thinking that you had jumped, it's actually on the square just next to where you landed. So you did slip and hit the trap. You and Leon actually both need to make a dexterity save.
Ay,
Wait.
ay, ay.
Hey, sorry,
Alright.
Leon.
I swear if he gets hit.
I'm so sorry.
As I recall, Leon was not in good shape.
It is 11 fire damage, half if you succeeded.
Y'all moving
So,
forward. Yoga's
I'm a toasty bird.
not want to move.
Yeah, you take 5.
I
Leon,
don't-
if you are talking, I don't believe I can hear you.
I can't hear him either.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, you're back. You were BRBing. Okay, sorry.
Leon,
Please
What?
roll a dexterity save, as Cleek has accidentally set off the flame trap that Lucy saved you from before. It apparently goes more than once.
Good to know.
Okay, so that's going to be a fail, so you will take the full 11 fire damage.
Ow. Okay.
oh my god.
And Cleek, I believe that is your movement, unless you have a dash thing that you want to do or anything.
I am going to dash, but only up to like here,
Okay,
and that'll be my turn as I
all right.
peer into the darkness down the hall.
As you go further, Lucy's gonna be like, "There's another trap."
I figured.
Will you point to the hole in the wall that like a kind of spear-sized bolt has shot out of twice now?
Yeah, we'll point to it.
Oh, right.
It'll be for both of
So
them.
there's bolts coming out of like here.
Yes, they go the length of the hallway.
I don't suppose you remember where the trigger was, Riley.
Yeah.
Oh, that DM lair making money right now.
I don't like the trap gauntlet.
So
Okay.
Leon, we have now moved to your turn. Lucy used a free action to warn. That's a free help action, honestly, with how useful it was. There's traps ahead. Don't go that way.
I'm going to give as my action. I'm going to give Cleek the hardest of stank eyes.
Oh yeah. No, through the mask, Cleek, you feel shame, you feel guilt, you feel anger, hot anger, flaming anger.
He's just gonna kind of shrink down.
So that's your action for the turn, is giving him the stank eye?
That will be my actions, giving him the hardest stank eyes.
Alright, you got any move or
I'm
bonus
so
action?
sorry. It's not my fault. You're
If
slow.
I thought for a second I could move into his cube and strangle him, I would, but I'm scared he'd set off another trap by accident.
Or you would if you stepped on it trying to get to him. So yeah, it's kind
Exactly.
of a difficult
I'm-
situation. You guys ran into the middle of a trap gauntlet.
You'll have
Yeah,
to spit
okay.
roast me later.
Wait
Uh,
a minute.
Indeed.
No.
No, that's my turn. Move on. God damn it, Cleek. Ugh. Gonna need those
I
heals.
should probably bring up that stat line just in case I need it.
God, I'm in a bad way.
You and me both.
Oh, trust me, Cayman's worse off.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so you're just gonna stick where you are then? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Rhea is going to kind of look around, hearing the screams, but she didn't hear you either there, Cappy. So she's going to just, hey, Yoga, I'm going to try and deactivate this first trap here.
All right. Sounds like the reasonable thing to do.
Imagine not realizing or not remembering that we had someone very capable of disarming traps while we go through a trap gauntlet.
It was honestly
Bolting
wonderful.
through it.
You guys.
I'm
guys
the
are
only
awesome.
PC that hasn't like. I'm waiting patiently for Ray.
Oh, wonderful. All right.
Doesn't she have advantage because of those gloves?
Yeah, I
That's
believe
not
she
what I
does.
was rolling for.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
She
another
makes the
initiative.
dex save, though, as she, looking for the trap, accidentally sets it off. And she only takes 2 piercing damage.
What was
It
the
really
trap?
just like kind of like glances out. She's like, "Ow, damn it! Ah, all right, I found it." And now she's going to use her bonus action to use her thieves' tools to deactivate it.
Oh, that was perception.
Yeah, it was a perception check to see it, then a dex check to dodge it because she accidentally stepped on it, and now it's a thieves' tools check to absolutely turn it off.
Ugh.
And that is her turn. Oh, she's going to move forward a little bit more. No, not that far. There we go. And Lucy, your turn.
Lucy's just gonna like yell out like through the entire hallway, like in case somebody else is anywhere nearby. There's multiple traps in here.
I think I got the first one.
Oh no. And she's gonna start walking along the ceiling here looking for traps on the top and bottom and walls, just anywhere.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
I'll get it. You see that the trap is triggered on
Is
the
it
square
like-
right in front of you.
Okay. So she's gonna like just kind of point to the square, be like, "Birdman, trap there."
Okay.
Birdman trap here.
This is on like the floor.
I'm an Aarakocra.
You got
Is
the
it-
one wall from you guys would.
Yes, he is standing on the floor
I don't
in
know.
all of his short glory.
Is the trap just on the floor?
So the trap is a tile that's been set a little off, so that when you step on it, it depresses and activates some series of magic or clockwork mechanisms. It's honestly difficult to tell without inspecting it, but you find that there is a tile there. Beyond that, might take some to try and deactivate it or otherwise pry it apart.
Am I able to continue moving forward the rest of my movement while still
Yeah.
looking for traps?
Absolutely. And I'll
Okay.
keep that perception roll that you had for, or investigation roll for it. So go as far as you can, and I'll see if you see anything else with it. 35 would get you there, I think.
Yeah.
All right. From there, you can't see anything else. It seems that, but actually, at the end of the hallway, you do see the other hole that the spear shoots out of. So you do see that this trap is on both ends of the hallway.
So it's like one here, one here.
Correct. There's a hole on either side, and it seems that it shoots arrows out of them. Came out from behind you before, so maybe the one at the end is the place where they go into the trash compactor. I don't know. You just see a hole on either side.
Alright, and don't think I can really do anything else, so that would be the turn.
Gotcha. Egglor, then we will go to Egglor. What do we want Egglor to do right now? I kind of have him chilling by this door down here.
Yeah, so, hey guys, I really don't think we should be going. That scream sounded really scary. I'm gonna wait here by the door and just make sure nothing comes in behind us, okay?
Also sounds reasonable.
I think we should leave
Egglor's-
too.
Yeah, Egglor's gonna keep a watch this direction just in case.
Got it.
Egglor, the reasonable guy.
Reasonable guy.
Egglor
Can.
is-
What's his? Can you roll
I
a
don't-
perception for him for
I
me?
don't seem to remember him that way.
Egglor's terrified right now.
He had good ideas sometimes. He really did.
That's
He did,
fair.
and-
Okay,
and
that's his perception check for
He
being on
also
watch.
tried
Yeah.
to write out a plan on a wall.
Yeah, but
I
he
guess-
has self-preservation when
Only
it,
exit. No entre. Me block exit. You guys
No,
rock.
that's-
This is awesome. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, Brightleaf is going to kind of just step down the hallway a little bit and kind of yell out to Rhea, "We need to go.
Ugh.
We should go." And she'll have her bow out and have an arrow ready to hand, and she's looking agitated.
Yeah,
Cayman, your
I-
turn.
Okay, so you're gonna see something really fucking crazy, right?
I'm really glad that you go before them.
Watch this.
So
Okay.
the water is like waist high. It's wading. So until you go into the tunnel part, you're not actually underwater. There's no swimming to be done. Really.
Oh.
Oh,
It's fine because
You
my
can dash.
waterproof. I'm not impeded by water in any way.
Right. No, I get that. I'm just saying you don't get the additional swim speed bonus.
30.
5,
And then you
40,
actually get a bonus as
45,
you kind of just
50,
through the water there.
55, 60. Wait.
Oh, hi, Kaiman.
Hey, yeah. So I can see the shadows that are in that room, which means there's space. I put the ring. Get everybody. We need to go now. Really now.
You mean the shadows
And
that other people were talking about?
Right?
Yeah.
You don't need to know what's going on in here anymore because you can't see it.
Guys, we need to go.
Where's everybody?
I have made,
That's your movement and your action, and a free action to plead. And do you have a bonus
Hey.
action?
I have made a terrible, terrible mistake.
Yoga, as the only other player character in the area, you can see that Cayman, normally a pretty tough guy, he's got some bags under his eyes. He looks a little pale and drawn, and I don't know. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me there, Yoga.
Probably breathing really
Just to see
heavily
if you
too.
notice some stuff. I think with that, yeah, you'll probably notice that the ring finger of his left hand, there's a small black ring around it, and the veins are kind of beginning to blacken and pulse out from his hand. Doesn't look healthy. That's what you see as he kind of just out of the water and says, "We need to go. We need to go." So, Cayman, that's your turn then.
Yeah, that's everything. I don't think any of my things are bonus actions.
Not for what you want right now.
No.
Alrighty. So that we go to Obus. And that is 10, 20, 30.
I don't want to know what it is. I really don't. You can go. You guys can all go find out. I'll find a new party to hang with.
All right.
Me and Eglor are out of here.
Yoga, it's your turn.
Okay, can I like lean my head down? I'm assuming it's really dark in there and I can't
He
see.
kind of yelled.
It
so
is-
Riley, we would know.
It is dark. And if you don't have a light source, it will
I
be
do have a
dark.
torch. But I don't know if I can like, because I'm trying not to get in the water. I'm just trying to lean at the ground and.
Gotcha.
And
Well, if you
no one.
want to swim through and peek out,
No,
you can do that.
No. No.
Okay.
I'm
You're like,
going.
Cayman, I'm going to take your word for it.
If Cayman's running, that's bad.
I'm casting a fog cloud like right in the center of the tunnel, making that area heavily obscured.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Let us make a symbol for it.
I'm gonna describe this. I kind of like lift my hand and cloud kind of starts to form. I kind of circle it around and I send it forward.
Where do you want the edge of it to be? Because it's
I
20-foot
want it
radius.
as far down the tunnel as I can like get. So like maybe.
I mean, if you centered it here, that's still 20 foot to like. It's like this almost. I mean, that's kind of oblong, but like.
Yeah, I
You get
think
it- you
something
get it.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you see this billowing cloud of fog issue out from Yoga. How would you describe it again? Sorry.
I raise my hand, like a little cloud kind of comes out of it as more and more grow. I kind of swirl it around like cotton candy, and I
Ooh.
push it forward.
Ooh, sexy. Yeah, it grows and kind of like pushes into the water, and you see the water itself kind of, now that it's even, you see it's gotten cleaner and clearer. It's not as viscous and like swampy and mucky. But it even so, as this fog pushes into it, you can see that it seems as if a sediment has raised into it, and though clean, it is quite obscured. You don't feel that you would be able to see through it very easily at all. And you've been down in this mausoleum for quite a while now. You feel extremely confident that no wind of moderate or greater speed will occur in this very stuffy crypt.
I'll take your word for it, Kaiman. Let's go. And that's my turn.
All right. So we will then jump to the monsters.
The monster I got a glimpse of and went, nah, I'm good. I mean, did anybody further up the tunnel happen to hear Kaiman's very...
I don't know. They may have. There's already been a call up the line of Brightleaf saying, we should go, and Rhea saying, yeah, we should, I'm disarming traps. And
then me going, guys, we need to go.
Lucy, I'll say that... Ooh, you're farther away. No, you didn't hear the yelling.
I was also like right here whenever Brightleaf.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Who did hear the yelling?
I don't know. Cleek and Leon also roll for this. I want to know.
Oh, God.
Please.
Leon, what you got?
I mean,
via distance.
It's closer.
Closer.
I mean, we have Rhea agreeing.
Yeah. Okay, Leon definitely, with him being the closest and getting the highest roll, hears them saying, we need to go, we need to go. You hear Cayman yelling in the background. So you can hear them. The call goes up the bucket line that it's time to go. Okay, now it's these guys going, and they are going to book it the other way.
Great.
I'm
When
just
shadows can
thinking,
exist.
a back way that goes into that same area.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I don't
And
think
top of the
there
round.
is.
Cleek, it is you once more.
All right. Well, I'm running. Full 50 feet, and I'm going to jump over where I know the trap is, which, especially knowing like exactly where the plate is after stepping on it, I'm assuming I can easily make the jump with a 12-foot long jump.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going over here. I'm running. I am not eager to be here.
Absolutely. You are able to jump over the switch with no issue, and you run in. And that's your
My
turn?
short little legs are carrying me as far as they can. Yes, that's my turn.
The clickety-clack of your bird claw legs on the stones is beating a hasty retreat. Leon, you saw Cleek step on it last time. You stepped on it once, and now you saw him jump over it. So you have a pretty good idea of where the tile is that activates this thing on the ground, this switch. Do you have a light source, or do you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
I'm also
Okay,
carrying a
so-
light source, so
right.
that's dim
then
light.
Everyone's fine. Yeah, no, I just wanted to double check and make sure.
Yeah. So I am going to yell to Rhea before I start moving. Time to go. We got a bogey. And I'm going to full
Lucy, yeah,
action dash.
because Ray is ahead
Yeah.
of you. Okay, cool, we're good.
Yeah, I said poses. Yeah, I'm gonna full action dash and try and make the jump over the trap.
What's your strength?
My strength. That would be. Strength is a +2 +3 on saves.
Okay,
Total
so
strength.
Total
Yeah, with-
strength.
Oh, 14.
Because your total strength,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, you're
that's
good.
yeah, you're good.
you can jump
it.
farther than me.
Yeah, you can easily jump over the switch that you trust. You know where it is. So as you do, you just run. You take a you land safely. You turn the corner, push past Cleek. Maybe a little harder than you meant to, but that's.
You could probably
and-
step over Cleek if he really tried.
Probably.
I'm
35
going
and
to
then 60.
I'm going to actively like push you because you set that fucking trap off on me.
So,
Oh,
all right. So, Leon, you finish your turn. Oddly enough, right before Rhea goes, and she's going to look at you and Cleek coming around the corner and says, "Are there more traps? Do you need me to do anything with that, or do we go?"
We should go.
Okay, we're going. And she's going to use her movement to see 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, she's just going to dash and end up next to Cayman and be like, "Hey, what happened to you? Are you all right? What's going on? I heard that scream."
Fine. Just go.
All right. She looks a little worried and a little confused, but is kind of now just in the moment, hectic and ready to go as well. Lucy, your go.
All right, because curiosity killed a cat. So action surge. Can I dash again if I have already dashed?
Yes,
Okay,
With an
cool.
it is an
surge?
action. You can dash twice.
So cool. We're gonna peek around the corner.
Let me
You know,
see
one
what
thing
that's.
you can do too? You can use your action search action to hold your action while you do stuff and set off your own triggers. I don't know if anyone thought of that, but that's something you can do too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna peek around the corner here because I really want to see what's around the corner.
All right, good. I'm glad that's where your head's at. So you peek around the corner. I'm gonna have no movement for that, but please roll a perception check. Yeah, you're good. You see a zombie coming down the hall, and I don't know. There's something about this zombie that looks a bit more durable than the zombies you've been coming up against so far. A little better preserved. Muscles have a little bit of. Are those runes etched into the skin to give it some? Oh, that's something you might want to get away from. So
yeah, we're gonna like start booking it after that. So that's,
No, no, 1v1.
This is
so
your full movement
that's
right here.
west of movement. Then this is dashing.
Yep.
And then action search dash.
got it. Action surge dash. That's action move. Do you have a bonus action you would like to use?
And I could second one, but I don't necessarily need it right now, so no, we're good.
Got it. Good call. Good call. Then we will move to Eglor, who is,
Oh.
kind of continuing to stand at
One-
the door.
One last
Oh,
thing I
sorry.
forgot.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
run up on these guys and be like, there's a really bad looking zombie down that hall. We should go.
Egler's still hanging onto his produced flame because
Yep.
I know he loves it. Oh,
You're just probably ushering Igor to
Yeah,
open
hey.
that door.
is the door's open, right?
The door is open, but he's
We
kind of
didn't
like
shut
peeking.
it.
No, he's peeking through it and kind of like hunkered behind it on lookout.
Yep.
You want me to
Yeah,
move him and have him do stuff, like open the door? Because it's his turn, so he gets a little bit of.
Absolutely, he sees people are starting to filter in. He's gonna open up the door and kind of hold up his flame and be like, "Oh, okay,
All right. I'll even have
Okay,
him
guys.
step a little bit out into the hallway.
I can do that."
Okay, cool. Well, he moved
Yeah.
10 feet with that.
Yep, holding up his flame, looking around. Okay,
And I've got a little bit of a torch as well. I don't know if that changes anything.
I mean, he's got his
Guys.
infernal dark vision.
he's gonna stand
True.
over here
True.
because this is the furthest point from here.
Got
Actually,
it.
no, he's gonna stand here and just keep like kind of a watch down this way.
Yep. So he's
Down
got an
toward-
eye on 3 hallways.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
bad, but
No,
Okay,
it helps.
come on, guys, let's go.
Alrighty. So we have Eglor watching
Hey.
the halls. I'll do another perception check for him just to be on watch.
Man, Jamie, you don't look very good.
Oh, you want to do his perception, don't you? So you roll it. You got the sheet. Yeah, he's got a
Yeah,
10 now. Better than last time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that, Bright Leaf realizes that everyone's starting to move out, so she's going to go do her movement speed. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Running leap. And just finish the action. Yeah, that's the 35 then. She can move 70, so she'll move to here. Yep, that's her turn. She just dashes further ahead. Cayman.
Come on, let's get out of here. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Cayman is watching this way, looking over here. Because this is our way out. This is our way out of this place right here.
When you jacket the dungeon, it is so sexy. There are multiple entrances in the periphery. Sorry.
I don't feel very good.
Cayman, peering out with Brightleaf, who is looking at you with some concern in her eyes. You both take a peek. Let's see. Look down the hall. You both take a peek outside, and you can see the darkness of night. And actually, before too far, some of the trees outside and some of the bog swamp. And you can smell where, the outside is actually infiltrating the crypt here. Yes, you smell fresh air coming out through here, if swampy and boggy. But for all that, it actually smells a little bit cleaner than it did before. Perhaps as evidenced by the pollution now moving through you. That's your turn? Alrighty. Yoga, go ahead and do yours. I'm just going to do the Obus while you go, because I don't think it's going to be...
I use 30 feet of movement, and that's it. And I say, wait up, everybody. You're so fast.
Sorry.
And is that your go then?
Yep.
All right, we go to ghouls and shadows. I will do that while Cleek, you do you.
Me doing me is going to be me running as fast as my little legs can carry me. Which is a whole 50 feet.
Do you have an action surge?
Do I have an action surge?
I don't know.
You?
I do have an action surge. I'm
Might
going
wanna
to
use
use
it.
the action surge.
Wonderful.
I
imagine
can get to the 75 marker. Imagine having a lower movement speed.
Move.
You know, it's
Dodge.
funny.
Do you still not
Rhea,
fly?
Rhea used to have the same movement speed as you, because she's a
Actually, wait.
halfling, but she took mobile.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get to here, and as this opens up, I can start flying, can I not?
Yeah, once you get out of
Okay.
this hallway, the ceiling is enough, and the span of the room is enough that with your flame...
Well, I can get over there.
Absolutely.
I can glide my way in here before it starts
Yes,
getting
if
a
you
little
just take
tight.
a step out and get up to flying and all that, you can definitely fly there, and yeah, you got it. You can get into the room for sure.
Man, imagine using resources to dash. Couldn't be me.
Oof. There's a lot of ways to do things. That's one of them.
Look,
But hey, it
I
works.
am graced
Totally
with
works.
an amazing base movement speed of 50 feet flying. But I
And
sacrificed
underground, that
5
is worth
feet of...
jack all.
Yeah, I sacrificed 5 feet of base movement speed for it, and it is not...
works. That's not how that works. You get to use your full flying movement.
Oh, okay. Then if he uses the dash, he can
Yeah,
move.
you can get right there.
Yeah.
That's your limit.
Got it. So, Lucy, real quick, as you and Leon head down the hallway, from that hallway where you saw the zombie, that kind of scary-looking one, you hear a series of loud thuds as it appears it trips multiple traps that were never turned off. So, I have to roll a few dex saves for this stupid thing.
It's really terrifying.
But, you know, maybe we shouldn't have disabled that trap. That last one.
I feel like Leon would die if you hadn't disabled that trap.
It's
He could have jumped
How
over
much
it.
damage did Leon take going through, like, I think 3 traps? One was blocked by a cloud rune.
oh
but-
dang, he does. No wait, no, that's not a 3. But yeah, he still takes a lot of damage.
Probably
This
not
doesn't
enough
matter.
here.
You only hear the noises. This is for my edification.
Oh,
But Cleek, that's your turn. So now we go to Leon.
Don't die.
yeah, right. All right. We said that the trap right here was disabled, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's why I
sorry.
revealed it.
Okay. Ulting, full dash action to here.
Yep. Run.
Bonus action teleport.
No teleport.
All right.
So we're done.
We'll kick it to Rhea. Lucy, you can also move at the same time, but Rhea's just gonna move down into the room with everyone else. She has the speed for it. That's fine. Yeah. So that's a dash move, and you and Leon are the last ones through the door, it looks like. All right, Egglor. What's Egglor gonna do? Just stay on foot patrol there?
Yep. Yeah. Go on, guys. Go on. Get through. Cayman, you look really, you look awful. Thanks a lot. Eggler's gonna hold his produce flame. Eggler's gonna hold his produce flame. If he sees a bad guy, he's gonna hurl that thing right at it.
All right, yeah, no, have him roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh God!
He needs to roll perception. Oh no! Like, wow, it's getting really dark in here all of a sudden.
Yeah, a little
What
bit.
did you do?
Egglor.
What did you do, Cayman? I don't want to talk about it right now.
I don't want to talk about it at all. All right, that's Egglor's turn then. Is looking around and holding his action for if he sees something.
Yeah.
All right, Brightleaf is gonna do the same thing. Actually, she's gonna she'll say, "I'll lead," and kind of step out. And you'll see her get to the edge of the cave and also look around.
Are we all able to like do a vote thing where we're all just leaving, or like does
We're
something
leaving.
have a high movement speed that's going to intercept us?
I feel like that Obus might be catching up. You've been hearing traps go off.
I mean, not knowing what's what and who's who, all I can say is that there's stuff coming.
Depending on where this leads, we can possibly backtrack at the worst case scenario. Or we could just never come back to this dungeon.
Alright, so Brightleaf is going to look outside. You're going to see her kind of like look to one side and then the other. And she's going to come and wave you over and say, "It's clear, we need to go." And that's going to be her turn. So Cayman, it's to you.
Cayman's dashing.
Alright, Cayman is at the edge.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh, what's that?
Fuck?
Damn it.
Zero
one's
out
played
of
Baldur's
5
Gate?
players.
Damn.
Yep, I know.
And I've never got that.
Sorry, it's a thing. But yeah, Cayman. So Cayman rushes to the edge. Let me go ahead and roll a check real quick to see how well he is going to do this. 0. All right. So, Leon and Lucy, from the little tunnel where it seems like some of the fog is emanating from, you hear noises kind of like burbling through the water. You see the water's surface getting mussed. Something on the other side is possibly scrabbling, trying to find a way through the extremely thick fog. But there is something trying to get through that tunnel and having a difficult time doing it because it rolled a 1 to find the way through. So, Yoga, it's your turn.
Thank you, Yoga.
These perception checks, man.
Yep, that's what.
That's it. Okay. Well, I will roll the same here.
It's heavily obscured. Does that impose anything, Yoga?
That sounds like a very good question, Cayman.
I'm curious if that.
It's
forces,
imposing GM discretion, which is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just curious in battle situation.
Over a couple seconds later, Lucy, Leon, it appears that the water is now thrashing more frenziedly, as if there are possibly more creatures trying to get through the same narrow opening and having difficulty finding it. Hard to say. I don't know if you want to stick around to find out. And with that, I'll do the shadows while Cleek, over to you.
Can I use my flying speed in here as well?
You're getting close enough to the exit that I will say that you are able to use your flights.
Well, I'm dashing. I'm gone.
Cool.
I'm breaking out into the air.
Excellent. Alright, so as you jump past Brightleaf and Cayman and Yoga and take flight into the air, you kind of flutter up, I don't know, 5-10 feet. So you're kind of not at the tree tops, but at a good spot where you can kind of like get a good look around. We're actually going to change the map in just a second. Yeah, and that'll be your turn. But what you see is you see the flame skull kind of hovering near the entrance to the mausoleum that you guys had entered before, not at all looking in your direction, not at all paying attention to you. You're a little bit to the northeast, behind a rocky outcropping and some trees and bushes. So you're pretty well obscured, but it's pitch black otherwise, so the only thing that you really see is a big green flaming skull floating around, other than, I would say at this point it's probably a full moon. It's been about 2.5 weeks in-game time from the new moon that you escaped to. So
I also have my torch still lit. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see a little bit with the torchlight, and the moon is shining brightly enough that you can make out silvered features of different things. The fog is still quite heavy and makes it eerie, and the green light of so it's still a little foggy, but you feel that the fog has probably started to dissipate somewhat from what it was before, as the water also smells cleaner. It might be connected. But Cleek, that's you now hovering in the air. You could probably do a perception check to see more.
I'll do that, and I also want to ask, would snuffing my torch be an interact with an object / free action? Or can I
What is it to light a torch?
Let me check.
Look at the torch.
It's an action.
It's an action to light a torch? I guess it depends on how you put it out, too. Like, if you find a pool of water and just douse it, that's
honestly
probably not as difficult as...
Moreover, I'd likely just hurl it, but that's an action. So I'll wait until next turn. But
Sure,
I'll
just
make that
drop it.
perception check.
Gotcha.
Thing is, I'd be dropping it right by the entrance in front of all of you.
That's fine. So you drop it in front of the entrance, and everyone has access to it. That's fine. So yeah, up in the air, with that roll and with the moonlight, but also with the darkness, I guess it should also be at disadvantage then, because you don't have dark vision.
Assuming it's not close enough. I have not dropped the torch. I'm holding the torch.
Are you up high?
I'm like, you said I was like 10 feet up, but
So you're not that high.
I'm probably just above the tree line if I used all my movement.
Yeah. Okay. Then based on what I gave you, that's about right. What you would know at that time, that's about right.
So do I get anything from the perception check?
No, I kind of already gave it to you. What you would have
Okay.
seen.
Okay.
I got confused about whether or not you had lighting and how high you were, it's fine. But you feel relatively hidden at this time without having to make a roll for it. Leon, your go.
Mr. Leon, sir.
Rick, I had that muted, I forgot.
No worries.
Before I book it out, what is the ceiling like above this little area?
I mean, it's sturdy looking stone, looks dusty, some cracks run through it with age, it's quite worn. There's some moss on the walls and around the waterway because it's very, very old. So some of the areas are a little slick. Parts of it have degraded. It looks like it might be destructible, as the case may be, but you probably have to do something a little big.
Where's
I
my
lose interest,
guy
I will
gonna
die.
cast?
Nope. Time to go.
All right. Ready? Yeah, that door is open. You're
15.
good. Yeah, you can get to about the brown, where the
Yeah.
dirt starts to come into the. That's 45.
55, 60. 10 feet right here.
Yoga's
So you could
panting
get
as
next to Yoga
everyone
now.
else is passing him.
He's just like, I am the turtle. I am. All right, so that's a run and run. So Rhea is going to kind of do a last look around and say, "Where's Lucy?"
She's coming. Come on.
She's right here. She's coming. Don't worry, I won't leave her behind. Probably.
Dang!
I can't see his description to know whether he would do that or not. I can't see his things.
That's.
Oh, Egglor's been sitting on an exhaustion at this point,
Really?
and I only just saw it.
Well,
Yeah, didn't that happen sometime with the snakes, or am I imagining?
I thought there was a full rest after that point.
Yeah,
a long
there was
rest.
there was like a full long rest.
True.
after this.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys did a long rest when you barricaded the room with the crypt doors.
Yeah. So he doesn't have
Lucy's
that.
strength tearing them off of the walls was pretty sick.
Yeah, kind of.
With that, Lucy, it is your go. You sense that it is probably time to leave as the scary zombie. You hear. Coming from the hallway that you saw the kind of tough looking zombie down. So
How high is the roof again?
how high is the roof? In the
How
area that
tall
you
the
are,
roof?
it's about 8 to 10 feet.
Wait, Lucy is still on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the door is tall too. So actually, yeah,
I
into
gotta
that.
get down.
Yeah, you might have to hop down. That's fine.
Am I able just to drop down freely, or do I need to use like action or something for that?
I'll say that you can kind of like just make it part of the movement to drop. And that's a free part. So if you're on the ceiling and you choose to just drop, I don't know, I guess you have to consider the time it takes. It's fine. I would say that you maybe lose 5 feet of movement, 10 feet of movement at worst. So you'd just be in that pack generally.
Okay, well, we're gonna go there and drop.
Yeah, it's fine.
And so that'd be like
Along the ceiling.
15 there. Yeah, along the ceiling here, then drop. Then we're gonna come through the door and close that door. We're gonna close the door.
Okay. The door is. You hear it close.
I see zombies.
Those are skellies.
Yeah, those are skeletons.
15,
Oh.
Hey, I'm zombie-istic.
35. And does closing that door take an action or anything?
No, just let it be a free. As you are exiting the building, now the rest of you getting into this exit hallway, you hear that same screech now coming from a different direction. Now it's kind of echoing up from this hallway and further down with the same.
Run! There's zombies down the hall.
And yeah, Lucy, as you run by, you see them. Clearly, Egglor had missed them with that poor perception.
He's only got like 20 feet of. He's got like 20 feet of light going out and dark vision. He'll see him pretty soon.
It's
Yeah.
infrared. It's infrared vision. He can't see things that don't have heat.
That's true, and these don't. Regardless, he's the last man out, and now he's moving. So, Cayman, I think you're just going to get him into the pack with a full move with an action dash, right?
Sort of. He's gonna sit here. He's not going to go
Alright.
the full movement because he has a plan. See, he knows what he needs to do.
Excellent.
On his
Then-
next turn, he's gonna shatter right here and collapse the fucking tunnel.
Wonderful. So, as you exit the mausoleum,
And
we
Igor
load a
collapses.
new map that I have to reveal parts of. It's not the bottom anymore. That's not where you are.
No, we ended up like way the fuck up out here somewhere.
Zoom.
Oh, I don't have control of that anymore.
Yeah, I can't control my.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a whole thing. Each page is its own stupid.
I can't remember. Has this like place been open the whole time, or did
This
Or did-
side?
or did we trigger something?
We slammed this shut. That's it. Oh, and locked it. Inside.
Controllable by you now.
Great. Okay, Kanan is here. Way up here now. Eglor shatters the tunnel.
Aglor is going to use Shatter on the tunnel.
Oh yeah, he's gonna try
Okay.
to collapse.
Go ahead and roll your damage and Sage.
You know, this isn't favor for Igor, but that's gonna make some noise.
That's scorching ray, Eglor. Spell. Think. Yeah, that is the
It's
wrong
literally
spell.
shattered. It literally is noise.
Yeah.
It deals thunder damage. It is noise. So yeah,
You
it's
guys
pretty
want to meet
loud.
the skull?
No, I
It's the same
don't.
damage. Look at that. It's the same damage.
Wow, it is. All right. So go ahead and also roll an Arcana check for me to see if he knows how and where to place it, sort of thing. Okay. With that, then, Eglor kind of raises his hands and just claps them together, and you can kind of see and definitely feel and most certainly hear the loud. I'm not even going to make it. Just you hear a loud blast as the cave partially collapses.
Good enough.
Yeah, good enough is right. So I was actually going to say this is the beginning of what you may know in other things as a skills challenge, and this
Ooh,
would be
and-
the first offering. Eglor
Dang it.
has used Shatter to block the exit,
Cayman
Thus-
is gonna go. Yep.
partially sealing your pursuers in. I'm going to also drop the initiative order. We are now out of initiative order, and we are in GTFO order.
Cayman
It's
is going
about
to spend 2
one-
charges.
34 a.m. Yeah, just a sec. It's about 1:34 a.m. You hear another behind the stones, and you can see them kind of shake, and a little bit. You can still see into the place, but it looks very difficult to get through now. But yes, 4 charges. What now? Who do what?
2 charges. He's gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Wonderful. With
Just
that,
stick-
the group of you, how many? Right, up to 10.
I don't know. You didn't put a thing in my inventory. Stuff.
Oh yeah, let me just look it up.
Can I
Pass
ask
that
what the
trace.
casting time on Pass Without Trace is?
Pass Without Trace casting time is 1 action.
Oh, I thought it was like 10 minutes.
Nope,
No.
it lasts for 1 hour. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked, except by magical means. Ooh.
Every single
We
person.
have to stay within 30 feet.
You have to stay within 30 feet.
A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage,
But
and it
I'm
is
kind of
not a concentration spell. Wait, yes it is.
Yeah, it is, and it requires us to be stealthy. So there will be very little dashing, but there will be incredible stealth.
All right, so let's get everyone to roll a stealth check, as the first offering was blocking the passage, And the second offering is a pass without a trace and a stealth to leave this first area. So, just for everyone's clarity, you get plus 10 on that, and it looks like that was very, 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 very needed. So,
I'm looking at Iglor, by the way, and I'm like saying, that's a lot of noise there.
Yeah, so the loud boom and the collapse, and now all of a sudden you kind of all just disappeared. Alright, so stealth rolls. Who's really good at stealth?
I'm writing down everyone's checks.
Oh, damn. So that's a natty 1 for Rhea. Plus 10.
Still a 19. Better than most of us. Or some of us.
I know, isn't that weird? How that...
Does she have advantage on that?
Brightleaf's
Because
also very sneaky. 25. And what was Eglor? 21. So, 20, 19, 16, 15, 21, 19, 25. In general, extremely good rolls. So you're not moving fast, but you're moving.
Leon needs to roll.
Leon needs to roll? I thought I... Did he roll? No.
Also, Leon probably would
Was it
preferably
a-
want
was
to
it a
move close.
Yeah, it's a dex stealth. So if you have proficiency in stealth, you get the proficiency bonus of +2. Otherwise, it's just your dex, yeah.
And also, if you want to like move closer to the group.
Well, he's within 30.
He's within.
Not 20.
Ooh, that's a natty 20. You are the
Okay, then.
stealthiest person in a group of some pretty stealthy MFers. Like,
34.
that's some stuff, dude. So yeah, the group of you, as one, you leave no tracks. You make no sound. After that boom, and I'm just gonna actually take it out of this for now. And take you to something else. So, let me...
Do you mean to cast Burning Hands, Leon?
No, something was whack with my mouse.
So, you are headed from where it says Graveyard on the map to where it says Nueva Sigilo Zone on the map, I would think. That probably being the safest way to go about your journey at this time. So, let's remove this stuff, because we don't need it anymore.
I just had to fix that typo that you put there.
Death. Yes. So, as you can see, you are now traveling from the graveyard back, and this journey, it took you about 4.5, 5 hours today when you left early. So now as you are running back in the middle of the night, actually sneaking back, as it were, you find that, you know, it's pretty easy to get through this first leg. There's zombies everywhere. There are skeletons everywhere, and they weren't here before. And you can hear in the distance and it seems to get closer at times and then fade away, as if it's like traveling almost in circles around the party, but not knowing where it is. Yes, after 1 hour, it will start to fade.
No, it won't. Nope.
If it
No,
does,
I'm
right?
using-
That's what
I'm
I'm
using the charges to keep it going.
I
you
don't
go.
know how many charges you had.
So after
That's easy.
an hour of sneaking, actually, can I get a survival check? I don't know how you want to do this, how you want to flavor doing this, but someone's going to have to roll a survival check in order to lead back correctly. It's still foggy. It's late. There are zombies and skeletons everywhere, and you are being chased by some things in the darkness.
How high does that fog go?
Well, that fog goes to about the treetops, not quite all the way, and it is lessening. But Cleek, as you fly above the treetops for a moment, you leave the safety of the pass without a trace range, and as you kind of try and find the path, several arrows come flying up at you from skeleton archers who have been in pursuit below. So I'm gonna roll 2 shots.
Would you be able to, like, get help on that?
I didn't know that I was going that high up.
The ring has 8 charges.
And they both miss horribly, but you realize that going up high, you've now alerted them, and they are moving in that direction, and you hear the same.
I didn't know the treetops were that high up.
So, You feel as if you maybe want to dive back down. Are you using more charges there, Cayman?
Yes, I'm diving back down.
I'm using every charge I can to keep this thing up.
Okay, so after an hour of traveling, I'm actually going to need you to roll another Constitution save.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yep.
I might actually. Hey!
Ooh, that's a failure.
What? Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
18 is a failure!
But it's workable, so if you want to try.
I can't.
You're out?
It doesn't work on saving
Oh,
throws.
right. Okay, so you're going to take 2d2 times 2.
Hey, with divination, I could have made that a 6.
It wouldn't
All right.
matter.
So you're going to take 2 necrotic and 4 poison damage, as once again, the pulsing evil moving through your hand, kind of almost up to your wrist, is really starting to drag you down, even as you plumb the depths of the ring's power to keep the grasping shadows around your party so that they can safely travel. I'm going to actually need another stealth check, though, as the second hour of escape continues. So you all get plus 10 again. You seriously need it.
Does Cayman vocalize any of the pain he has right now, or is he kind of silent about it?
He's breathing really hard. Okay, let me get all these numbers together. So that's a 33.
Yoga will
Seven,
probably kind of look at you, but
seven.
considering we're all veiled in shadows, I'm kind of gonna leave it for now.
To be honest, I thought you guys were going to be sprinting. So this is interesting. It's now about 2:30 in the morning. The fog has started to dissipate even more.
It just so happens that one of us can't sprint.
Yeah, remember?
You feel that not being able to chart a path very effectively has caused you to maybe lose some time with some doubling back, possibly also evading the zombies and the skeletons by sneaking. That's some good rolls. Yeah, even the worst are pretty good. I won't count the natty one as an auto fail or anything like that, because it's still about at the DC. Generally, yeah, so that's quite a bit. You feel that as you move farther and farther away from the mausoleum, you're starting to feel that some of the deepest, boggiest swamp parts are kind of behind you now. Some of the ruins that had defined this area, the large structures and obstructions that symbolized whatever civilization or certain buildings had been here before, kind of receding behind you. You make it more into just the swamp, kind of the same area where you had run into the corpse flower. And there are a number of zombies kind of treading through this area as well. You don't have any trouble evading them, but you find that the fog is still thick enough and the area is still difficult enough that I'm gonna need someone to roll a survival check or some sort of somehow to lead through the area.
Anyone makes that roll.
Brightleaf will offer
who's not
to do
doing
that.
it this time? I'll let
Brightleaf will
Brightleaf
offer
do it.
to try and pave a trail.
I will give her my talisman.
She will look at you, see your hand, and take it, and keep looking at you, and then turn and go and do it. So
Let's use it. No. We gotta find a way to get out of this area. Guys, I can't keep this up much longer.
And what the hell did you see in there? What was that?
a few minutes later, as you continue moving, just hoping that she'll, come back with the right path, she kind of slips through the underbrush nearby and suddenly appears. Cayman, despite your condition, you were the first one to see her. She kind of revealed herself to everyone else. Again, the Gloom Hunter thing. But she says, "This way. There's a path," and leads you on a path that, again, you're not leaving any tracks on the ground. You're not leaving any sort of trace. But you hit the trail and you are able to evade zombies and skeletons and any pursuit, and then you start to find yourself towards the edge of the forest as it the swamp now becomes more forest land. The kind of poison bog that seemed to be taking over the area receding now, and the blotchy disease that had started to kind of like overcome most of the flora and fauna in the area also receding. And as you continue to run, you hear now, getting closer this time, oddly enough, the same.
Not right now, Yoga. Not right now.
And with
It's
that,
getting closer.
another hour passes, ducking,
Yep.
dodging, diving,
Yep.
and I'm gonna have to have you roll another Constitution save.
No.
That's
It's a fail.
that's not a success.
No. An 18 wasn't a success. Oh my god.
That's a
Oh,
so
that hurts.
you take 4 poison and 4 necrotic damage, and oddly enough, yeah, the damage has increased each time. You don't write that, but Cayman's really starting to feel the effects of this ring as he continues to use it to the best of his abilities.
Wait, is this the ring that you're using charges for?
Yeah.
You don't know that.
I
Wait,
don't.
Yeah.
You see
Oh,
him
like-
cradling his hand.
Alright. I've got something that'll hold this thing off that's chasing us. When I do it, we're gonna have to move at our full speed. Fast as we all can.
Yup.
Get ready. I'm gonna hold up the ring. And what level does it cast Summon Greater Demon at? Oh, it summoned one of those? Perfect.
What?
I'm gonna hold up the ring. And oddly enough, my ring finger will be out and I'm gonna go, Rise, Shadow Demon. And I'm gonna conjure forth with Summon Greater Demon, a Shadow Demon.
Yes, you are. All right, so let me get a
And
picture. of
I
that.
need to make
And that's concentration, right? So that removes the invisibility.
Yep. the Pass Without a Trace is gone. It needs to make a needs to make a charisma save immediately.
It
and I
needs to
need
make a
to-
charisma save.
It makes a charisma save the moment it appears.
All right,
And it has to beat my DC.
21.
Maybe.
Does it beat your DC?
Shadow Demon beats my DC. Fuck. That's bad.
No, the ring. Yeah, the ring. It beats the ring DC too. It wouldn't be your DC. It would be the ring DC, and it beats the ring DC by 1.
That's fine. What's the range on Summon Shadow Demon? I'm just curious how far away I can get away with summoning this guy, because I don't want to summon him right next to us.
Well, summon Greater Demon.
I think it can be summoned pretty far away. Oh yeah, 60 feet away. It is 60 feet away from us.
All right, so I'm going to do it like this. As you drop the Pass Without a Trace to begin casting this, or using the ring to tear a hole in the rift between the material plane and the Shadowfell. Where'd it go? Oh, dang. I can't find the spell description.
Oh, Summon Shadow Demon?
It's Summon Greater Demon.
Oh, Greater Demon, yeah. Utter Foul
there it is.
Word. Oh, it's not from the
Spells.
Shadowfell. It comes out of the Abyss.
Not this one.
That's really frightening that you said that.
Yeah.
This one doesn't come from the Abyss. Oh,
This one doesn't come from there, it comes from here.
oh good.
Alright, so as you drop the Pass Without a Trace, suddenly everyone feels a lot more ungainly, like you're not really good at hiding anymore. And immediately you hear and in the distance kind of behind you, you can see trees start to shudder as something now able to track you is coming at you with great speed and force. And
By the way, that was great noises, bro.
wonderful, my throat feels great. So as you hold up the ring and you summon this shadow demon, you see this rift tear in the air about 60 feet back on the path that in the direction that this thing is coming at you from. And this rift just kind of floats there, this sort of amethyst, black and gray, shimmering kind of dust seeming to waft out of it. And then one claw, one long black claw with a longer, skinny arm and protrusions and spikes coming out of the shoulders, crunches onto the ground, and then a head with long, gaping maw with razor-sharp fangs and two kind of bulging eyes out to either side, this midnight black skin, shadowy and dusty, like charcoal that's been burned too long. And the thing steps out, crunch, crunch, and it sees the thing that's coming before you do, and gives a hearty roar and charges to go meet it.
So our demon is not going to kill us. Okay.
No.
Fortunately, it goes for whatever's closer, which means whatever's closer is closer than it's.
Yep.
The 60
And the
feet
demon
I
spends its
cast
turns
at.
pursuing and attacking the nearest non-demons to the best of its ability.
I wasn't sure how close they were to us.
Well, it was
Really
close in
close.
closing.
It was close enough.
Consider this, though. Within 120 feet. So,
Yeah.
I think you should start running again.
Yeah.
Which Brightleaf will actually say, we should start running again.
Yeah.
So at the time anyone else starts to run, Yoga's gonna try to run, but he maintains his basically normal pace speed.
No one's holding the concept. Oh, the ring is.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. So guess what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, the ring is able to hold all concentration and supplies material, verbal, and somatic components for spells that are used with it.
Oh, that's terrifying. I'm going to cast invisibility on Yoga
You're
because I don't
you're
know.
homie G, dude. You're homie G.
Because he's the slowest one, and I can tell him like, if you fall behind.
Yoga, you are suddenly invisible, which
Much
is an interesting
appreciated,
experience
friend.
for you. All right, so how are we going to continue now? You have
Fast as we can. Fast as we can. Eamon's not
Okay, so that
walking
was-
anymore.
you took the first con save when you put it on. You took the second one as after the first hour. You took the next one after
Yep.
the second hour, which was just
Now-
now, and you
time
just
for the
cast
next
this.
one.
Okay, you have an hour.
Oh, I make the con save after I cast this.
No,
Oh,
you make the con save once
every
per hour. Yeah.
Oh,
So you have an hour
I-
because you just took it and then you did this.
I hope I pass the next one.
How bad are you looking?
Let me think about that for a second. I've taken a lot of damage. Do you have the totals so far?
Let me
That I'll
cast
take.
a
4,
healing
6,
spell
8.
after I have invisibility on me.
So
Okay.
you've taken 18 total damage from the Ring of Poor Decision Making.
Yeah, I'm at 7. I'm at 7. I'm okay. I'm up. You
Okay,
cannot
but you're at
cast that
half
spell.
about, so you're looking pretty bad.
You cannot cast that spell. Whatever you do, don't fucking cast that spell.
I know.
Don't waste my spell slot.
6,
I'm
4,
looking.
and 8 was the last one. Yeah. Okay, so then.
Wait, no, the
Yeah,
first
we-
one was ones.
Yeah. So it was 2, and then times 2 is 4, and then the next one was a 1 and a 2, so 3 times 2 is 6, and then the next one was 2 2s times 2 is 8.
4, 6, 8. Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Like I
looking-
said, it's just been getting worse.
Yeah. We're running.
So, what are you going to do to get out of this next
Book
leg of this journey here?
Book it.
Book it? Alright, so
You
you're
guys
just
have-
booking
Just
it. So,
run.
Bren, you're gonna have to figure that out because they're moving at fast pace and Yoga can't do that, so Yoga's probably fell behind from the party, but he is invisible.
okay.
That's why I made him invisible.
Wonderful. No, that's awesome. So, no one's bothering for stealth. So, I will just have everyone roll a dexterity check. You can do athletics actually if you want, but otherwise just a dexterity check.
Do I still make this?
Athletics or acrobatics, or athletics or dex?
Bren,
Okay,
can I
athletics,
go for the
acrobatics, or
stealth check?
dex.
Bren, could I take the stealth check since I'm not exactly...
Yeah, you can take a stealth check, and you get advantage because you're invisible.
Well, Cleek is outpacing us, obviously. Oh my god. Well,
Hey, I made it 10.
good thing it's occupied right now. Wow, guys. I gotta say, not the best rolls I've ever seen in my life. 3 9s.
That can't be good.
2
Hey,
9s.
I had advantage, so I have a 10. Thank you.
Yep, a 10. 2 9s,
Okay,
a 10.
so it's in this moment that now that you have started running, oddly enough, you start to hear more signs of pursuit. And this time getting closer, these appear to be more dogged pursuers than just the skeletons and zombies that you had been able to evade before. Before long, as you have some difficulty navigating the woods, are you casting Icing Death Frost? Or are you just rolling? You accidentally click something. No worries. As you're running along, you're finding yourself caught up in the undergrowth a little bit here and there. In your haste, you're not quite as effective at moving through as you were when you had the luxury of passing without a trace. And it seems like both getting caught up and the noise caused by it has drawn the attention of some critters. And Yoga, with that, you, falling behind but invisible, are going to see 1, then 2, then a third, and a fourth but different humanoid figures in black cloaks, but kind of moving like animals, clawing across the ground on all fours, just tearing the earth as they rip the ground to chase after the rest of your party. You also see, I'm not even going to have you roll perception because they are not after you and they don't see you, so they have no reason to try and avoid or attack you. You're going to see also 4 shadowy shapes just kind of slip from tree to tree in the darkness, almost tricking the eye as they dart between. And they have passed you, Yoga, and are getting closer to your party, who you've now kind of lost sight of, as they have left you while running. So there's party split. And yeah. That's what you see.
Sneak is gonna stay with the main party. He's not gonna fly too far ahead.
Okay. All right. Leon, you're saying that your laptop is kind of borking out. What's going on? Are you? Come on, cat. Get out of here.
Well, the Shadow Demon seems to be holding its own, at least.
Yeah, for the time, you can hear the screaming of the howler, and you can hear some pretty unearthly roars. And there's the sound of trees being upturned and shattering in the forest at this late hour. But before long, the group now you can actually start to hear the signs of pursuit as well. So Yoga, you've been passed by, but the rest of the party, you now see 4 shadows kind of slipping through the trees to get closer and closer to you. They're about 100 feet off right now, but they're closing. At this point, the fog has faded to nothing. There's no more fog. You're out of the swamp. You're in the woods, but still there's the thicket and brush to worry about. Who's leading this charge? Cleek, you are? You said that you're still with the party, but...
Yeah, I might be a little bit ahead, but I'm also 30, 40 feet in the air.
That's fine. Go ahead and roll a survival check with advantage, because you have better lighting, better positioning, and you're not being shot at.
Well, well, well.
Ironic. Wonderful. With that, you absolutely can see a trail that will get you through the worst of it, and may well actually provide you an opportunity to kind of evade these creatures a little bit. So, Cleek, you lead the party to a small bridge over a babbling brook that you had crossed on your way in before, and as you all cross the bridge one by one, Yoga, you're not even here yet. And in fact, you're not receiving the directions from Cleek either, so you're just kind of continuing on the best you can. Yeah. Does anyone want to do anything at this juncture, or are you just going to keep running? Hope they funnel over the bridge or something.
We're running.
Okay. All right. So as you run over the bridge,
Like Kanan, they're in range of his attack.
all of you making it across. Yeah, actually, at this point, Cleek, as you are guiding the party, you actually have the best vantage point. You can now see the pursuers. You can see 4 humanoid shapes tearing across the ground in black cloaks that seem ragged and bloodstained and torn. They're even in the darkness, you can see the pale flesh of their limbs as they reach out from under the folds of the sleeves of the cloak as they pull across the ground. They are moving fast, and they are in dogged pursuit. So too,
Are they
you can.
gaining?
No, they're not gaining.
Okay.
They're keeping pace, but just as you determine that they probably don't seem like they're going to catch you unless you make an error, you see maybe shadows kind of flit between tree to tree, and they are gaining. They are gaining and moving fast. And that's what you can see at this point. You can also see as you kind of turn and look at the path ahead, the party has almost reached the edge of the woods. You're almost at the frontier farmland area of Nueva Cija de Zon. You are moving fast and furious at this point. Cayman, it's been another hour about. I'm going to have you roll a Constitution saving throw.
Is that
That'll
a
do
fucking... Yes! Oh my
You take no
God.
damage. Your steely resolve has managed to withstand the assault of the ring, and for a moment you feel a little bit of relief. But it is short-lived. Go ahead and who's leading? Roll a perception check, please. I don't know who's leading right
I
now.
believe I was still in front, so
Would you like to offer to roll a perception check? All right.
I have about as good as perception as most other people, except maybe Brightleaf.
All right. So, Cleek, as you're flying along, you are directing the party to, just head through. He's like, this way. You're almost at the edge of the woods. You see a trail that looks like it might lead quickly into the city, so that you don't have to run through crop fields and stuff. Not an issue for you. Oh God, Scarecrow. So, you come to the edge, and as you fly overhead and kind of you go oh, this way, and then turn to fly ahead, the rest of the party going the direction that they were told to go. Who's leading the group on foot?
Brightleaf.
Brightleaf, yes.
I'd imagine Brightleaf.
All right, then Brightleaf is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Thanks, Cleek.
What did I do?
I really wish that fucking talisman allowed me to use it on saving throws.
Which she barely succeeds. And you see a net trap suddenly lift up from the ground underneath her as she nimbly kind of just barely gets away from it. And she has her bow out, and it's suddenly drawn, and suddenly there is movement all around you as from the underbrush you hear a number of voices and humanoid figures stepping out with suddenly lit torches and spears, and you see a number of what look like peasants and farmer folk that have perhaps formed some sort of militia, and they appear to have ambushed you, perhaps perceiving that you were the source of the infernal screaming that suddenly there's
Well,
only
they're not-
one.
They're not wrong.
Once we're out in the open field, I want to
Do
try
you
and
have a
take out-
connection with the shadow demon that you can tell if it's died?
I'll know because the ring's holding concentration. So I wouldn't
Alright,
know.
I'll describe it like this.
I am
When you
attuned to
summoned the
ring.
demon, the ring kind of began like, I don't know, like pulsing, throbbing in a different way, like kind of humming a little bit. And suddenly you feel it go silent. And now the whole group, you are all, Yoga, not you, you are all surrounded by a number of halflings and humans that look angry and have their spears out and are pointing at you like, hey, you know, and they, some of them look confused, some of them are like, you know, they're corralling you. There seem to be about 9 of them, so they have you by one dude, but they look like peasants and farmer folk. They're not well equipped, they aren't armored, they just have like spears and pitchforks and stuff. Some of them have a few short bows, you know, they got their arrows drawn on you. But they're not firing, they're holding, they're confused why there are people here. They thought that they were fighting zombies. The zombies have been attacking their homes. What are you gonna do? Because suddenly it's getting closer.
I'm
Yoga,
pulling out my
you
bow.
can sense this too. You just crossed over the bridge. And you can feel a presence nearing you.
Oh, it's
Nearing
not
me?
vampires can't cross running water, so it's not a vampire. It's
Brian, did you say they're nearing me?
Yeah, the screeching is nearing you.
All right. I'm going to. I'm still in the fog, right?
No, the fog's gone. You're in the forest now, and the fog has faded away over time.
How far away am I from the fog? Am I too far?
You are far away from the fog. Like, you're in the woods now, and the fog was at the edge of the swampy part, and the
Do I have
swampy
a,
part
like-
is receding. So,
Do I have a pond or river nearby?
you just crossed a babbling brook on a bridge.
Is that moving water, or could I like physically be in it?
It is moving water. You could go physically get in it, but it's not deep. It's you know, like ankle deep. It's a very barely running little stream.
I'm trying to look for a place to if I could maybe cast fog cloud and sit there and hide. At this point, visibility is really
Oh,
important.
yeah. You could cast fog cloud on the bridge area, and it would cover the whole bridge and some of the area, you know, around it because of how big the 20-foot radius is. And there's places to hide, but you'd have to make a stealth check to hide.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that, and I'm actually gonna cast fog cloud at 2nd level, so I have it's a 40-foot spear now.
Oh, damn. So there is a huge sphere of fog that's suddenly around the bridge, and I'm going to go ahead and have you roll. Are you in the fog cloud, or are you watching the fog cloud?
I'm gonna be probably under the bridge in the center of the fog cloud, and probably in my shell.
Okay, but you're watching kind of like where the fog cloud is over the trail as it is, you know, around that area. So to see if anything comes down the trail.
Yeah, but I don't know how well I can see because I'm gonna be in the fog cloud.
Oh, you are in the fog cloud. So yeah, roll hide. You roll your stealth check with advantage because you're hiding in the fog cloud. That
Hey.
18 is better than that 8. All right. So, as you hunker down in your shell and tuck yourself next to a stone that's oddly the same general color and shape as your shell, you know, next to a tree, soon enough, you seem like you're part of the terrain, and you pull your limbs in, you pull your head in. You have this nice little window now through which to view the world, and you sit and you wait. And before too long, the screeching, we're just going to do Yoga's real quick because he's apart from y'all. The screeching appears to reach the opposite side of the bridge.
hunkering down for the hour of my duration and see what happens. So you can go back to them if you want, but
No, that's cool. I'm gonna run this for just a sec. You hear that first screech, and then as you sit and wait, it seems to move a little to the left, and then to the right, and each time punctuated, of course, by them. And then silence for a moment.
Oh, fuck. No. Disadvantage because of the fog?
Well, that's not what I was rolling for.
Oh.
Yoga, you will hear, and then just silence for a moment, and then maybe like 10 feet in front of you, quite obscured because of the thickness of the fog, but you can barely make it out. You'll see a gaunt figure land on the ground, claws out, eyes wide, skin pale and drawn, like parchment paper across rigid bone. And it kind of and it's gonna look for you.
It's currently looking for me in the fog.
Yeah, it's sniffing for you and it's looking for you. And for a moment, you think it looks right at you, but then its eyes just kind of back to the trail, and it starts sprinting faster than you could think. And for its frail frame, for its spindly limbs, for its gaunt and emaciated features, that thing can move. And it passes you by, and you know it's that thing because before long, behind you now, outside of the fog cloud and pursuing your friends once more, and now fading into the distance as it runs away from you and towards them. And now we'll go back to them. So, you are still surrounded by this group of halflings and humans, and what are you gonna do, Hardy? You almost got caught by a trap. Brightleaf just escaped it. These guys are now in your way. You hear the howler. He seems to have been stopped for a moment. Came in, you feel the pulsing in your ring die. What do you want to do?
Well, we had a moment. I'm at a loss. Cayman's at a loss. He doesn't know what to do anymore.
I'm readying my bow.
Does anyone else have an offering? Lucy, Leon.
He's just looking at dead men.
Just ready longbow.
So everyone's just getting ready to fight the halflings and the humans, or?
No, I'm aiming towards the forest.
Okay, so you all start turning around and preparing yourselves like there's something crazy about to come through the brush. And it takes only a moment before the rest get it and stop kind of like yelling at you to like, throw down your weapons and surrender and all that stuff. And there's a pause and a silence. Everyone please roll perception checks, please.
What's up with these rolls
Lord
tonight?
above.
Oh no, I see perception checks.
Yeah.
And they're not very fucking good. Well, the good thing is when they come out into the open, I can see them just fine.
That's true. So, Rhea and Cleek are the only ones who see the flickering shadows at the edge of the torchlight that these militia members are holding. and Cayman as well. As they stretch out, you will see them too. But these shadows reach out, and suddenly you hear screams as the peasants around you that have come out to defend themselves against zombies are suddenly being torn into by a quartet of shadows that really just wants to get to Cayman. You have a moment to decide what you want to do, whether it's run or fight, but you get the feeling, and Yoga, you know this because more than just the shadows passed you by. Cleek, also, you saw those ones running. You get the sense that they will be here shortly if you don't make a move. So you can either prepare yourself or get going again. It's kind of one of those moments. So what do you want to do, party?
If we have
Suddenly
a
there's
small
shadows in the
militia-
midst of the militia, and they are tearing at them to get to you.
I'm gonna loose an arrow down at one.
All right, go ahead
If
and
I
roll
can
to hit.
tell what I'm shooting.
I see what's going on here, right? I know what they want.
You can make a pretty good guess. That's a hit.
Oh, hey!
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. So you sight down at this moving aura of blackness, something that you feel like you've only seen before come out of Cayman. But this sort of long, drawn black shadow reaches out and grasps a halfling around his throat and starts to lift it up. And you send an arrow flying into what you think is its center of mass, and it stabs into it, and the thing recoils, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would have thought.
I wonder why.
That's how it is.
Anyone else have anything
Are
that
the-
they're going to do? Yeah, they're fighting for the moment at least.
Yeah,
Are they in front of? Are they in front of us, or
It's
is it
kind
the
of-
guards
it's-
and then us?
It's kind of
mixed bag?
it's
I
a
think.
mixed bag. Yeah, I would say that you as a group are not engaged. They're at the edges of the militia who had surrounded you as they ambushed you. So there's actually kind of like a ring of people around you, meat shielding you because they thought they had you.
I'm gonna go over to Brightleaf and hold out my hand and say, "I'm gonna need that back."
She's gonna free action hand it back to you and nod
left-
and
My left hand, so the blackened one.
yep.
I'm gonna go. Good captain. Never wastes his crew. Cast darkness on my ring. I'm gonna bolt in the opposite direction from everybody.
So which way are you going?
Towards the forest.
You're going back into the woods?
Yep.
All right. So the blackened sphere that is Cayman suddenly bolts out of the group. As you and for a moment, everyone's blinded actually as the blackness overtakes them, and suddenly you see Cayman's ball of blackness running off to the side, and the shadows relent and begin pursuing the ball of blackness. They, however, are faster than you, and it's only a moment's time before they are on you. Seeing this, what does the party want to do? You get maybe one action plus a dash away before they start pursuing you.
Really gonna have to do this. Okay. So Cayman is already bolted,
Yep.
and they're turned around and looking at him, or are they still attacking?
The shadows have left the group and are now pursuing Cayman, so they just stopped. The halflings and humans, the militia people, they are in terror retreating. The ones that are injured, doing their best to get away. It looks like one or two are actually already dead. They're not really bothering to grab their fallen because they're just the night suddenly started attacking them after they thought they captured whatever it was that was attacking the city, and now they don't know what's happening, but they're running back into town screaming about shadows.
once all of the once all the villagers get behind me, I'm going to cast Icing Death's Frost in
All
the
right.
direction of the shadows.
I would say that you can probably hit. You hit 3 of them. So I'm gonna
Alright, I
roll
need
what deck saves for 3.
con saves.
Con saves, perfect. And that is cold damage, correct?
It is.
All right. I'm guessing that's a fail, pass, fail. What's your DC?
Man, I have to make sure I have the right cards equipped today. Yeah. So one passes, the other 2 fail, and the 2 that fail cannot move for their 1 minute or until they I think it's past a strength check
All right.
to
How
break
much
out.
damage do they take?
3d8.
Oh, damn.
So 19
Oh,
damage each on those.
sick. All right. So as the wash of frozen energy and it crystallizes over their bodies, and 2 of them look like they're completely held fast, though it doesn't appear to do as much damage as you would expect. So let's see. That's in fact. They're looking pretty hurt though, and 2 of them are frozen. One, however, was out of reach of your attack and has not been touched yet, and that one is the closest to Cayman. Is anyone else going to try a thing? I'm going to have Rhea and Brightleaf both take shots at them to try and also slow them down.
I'm pretty much just gonna be chasing and trying to shoot at them.
Got it.
Also shoot.
Nice. That's a hit. That's a hit. And for Rhea,
Should I roll my attack?
Yeah. All right. So that's a 10 on the damage. For Lucy, that's going to Lucy. You are going to put
Dang.
one down. The one who seems to, avoid the worst of the brunt of the icing death's frost. Your arrow seems to take it in the nape of the neck, and the thing just the black, just the utter pitch jet blackness of this thing's form just dissipates into nothing, and like an exhalation of smoke from a smoker's really powerful hookah hit. It just and is gone. The other 2, let's see, Cleek, that's a hit with a 28.
Too bad I can't decide to use sharpshooter after the rolling the hit.
That's true.
Another 12
dang.
damage. I'm gonna try to target that at the one that I hit the first time as well, if I can.
That one actually already went down to Lucy's shot, but as you hit a different one of the ones that is, do you want to hit one of the frozen ones or the one that's pursuing Cayman?
The one that's actively pursuing.
Cool. Wise choice. That is also going to be the choice of Brightleaf and Rhea, who I have to roll damage for, because Rhea did not hit. She rolled a natty 1. She put the arrow in the wrong way and cut her bowstring on accident. Damn it! So let me roll damage for Brightleaf then. Is it plus 1 to damage as well for close quarters fighting? I forget. Is it just to hit?
It's just plus 2 to hit against
plus 1 to hit for close quarters. Isn't
what?
It's plus 1 when it's close quarters shooting. Just the archery is plus 2 for the fighting styles.
I'm thinking of the feat I sent to you.
It's all good. No worries. So that's everyone's kind of taken a shot. Yoga, have you gotten up and started to follow the howling thing? Yoga?
He sent a message in the Discord saying his roommate's talking to him.
No
if
worries.
If you need his input, ping him.
Gotcha. Miss. So he's not getting up. He's just going to chill there. All right. Got it. So Yoga's kind of having a moment in the woods.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna, like, if I needed to, I was gonna recast Fog Cloud for another hour. That's all I was gonna do.
Gotcha. Well, the creature got past your fog cloud.
I don't believe I'm doing it again.
So you're not going to do it again. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I'm hunkering. I'm like just waiting it out, like for a safety measure. So, like once the hour's done, I'm casting another fog cloud for another hour.
Gotcha. Okay, no, that's good to know. All right, so we'll have you do that when we get to that moment. I just wanted to know if you were triggered to do anything in particular by seeing the monster get past you.
Oh no! In fact, you can ping me. I'm just talking to my roommate.
Oh, no problem. I'll let you know.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so then everyone else, Cayman, the shadow is chasing after you. Like even though you have this orb of darkness around you, it knows what it wants of you. And as it begins to catch up to you, it plunges into your sphere of darkness and tries to strike at you. It will have disadvantage as it can't see through the magical darkness by any means really either, but gonna take
it knows innately where I am.
a little bit.
There's a general sense of where I am. I can tell it can't see me though. That's good.
Does a 13 hit?
Does a 13 hits on the money.
Oh jeez.
This is gonna
I'm sorry,
hurt.
I meant oh jeez. All right, well, so it is going to grasp at you and grab at your chest, and its cold, shadowy fingers are going to kind of sink into you, and its attack is the only attack it has, Strength Drain, so it's going to do some damage.
That is super bad.
It's going to do 16 necrotic damage, as you are currently vulnerable to necrotic damage, and you get -2 to your strength until the next rest. Are you still up? With 16 damage? All right.
Yeah, I'm still up.
This thing is in your face. It doesn't seem to have a mouth, but you can feel its oddly cold yet fetid breath kind of washing across your face as it leans closer and closer as it saps the strength out of you. In this moment, you've done your darkness and run away, but I'm going to give you a chance to act now because you're in this spot. The two others are still frozen, and I'm going to assume that the party is going to either pick them off because they can't see Cayman right now, and that's the best thing with their targets, or wait. I'm not sure. I'll let you up to that, but Cayman goes first. Was that for the hour?
That was for concentration for my...
Oh.
So it's either 10 or half the damage. I just barely held concentration on that.
Yeah, you did. So the Orb of Blackness stays up.
I'm going to fire a point-blank Eldritch Blast. I have advantage, but disadvantage.
That's definitely going to hit. I don't think a 25 misses an AC... What is it?
No.
12 creature. And then the 9 damage is not resisted. Everyone else is just going to see an Eldritch Blast just kind of pierce out of the orb of darkness and kind of arc up into the sky before it dissipates, kind of droplets of water, glittering in the darkness, and the thing dissipates from around you, and its claw is gone. The other two are still frozen in the ice and trying to...
How far away from me are they?
Freeze a shadow. About 30 feet or so.
Wasn't there only 3?
There were 4 total. One was taken down with a series of...
One of them has a tentacle next to it, and I get to make a spell attack at advantage because they're held, right? They're frozen.
Yeah,
they're
if they are, is it just movement to 0, or is it that they're actually restrained?
Let me do a quick read and make sure. Covenant Ice speed is reduced to 0. Yeah.
Okay, so nope.
They're not restrained. They just can't move, which is a big deal because they have 40-foot movement speed.
It takes 5 cold damage.
It doesn't do as much damage as you would expect. As the spectral tentacle lashes out and slams across the shadow, it seems to bear the brunt of the attack rather well.
I'm gonna move my full movement away.
Yep. So you continue to move away. The shadows that remain are both now frozen in place, and between the rest of the party and yourself, the militia has fled. They are no longer on the scene, leaving 2 of their dead. And Cleek, from your vantage point up in the sky, you can see maybe 120 feet away now the cloaked figures just tearing across the ground towards the party. All 4 of them as well. And let's see. I'm going to try and see if they... What is it? A con save for them to escape the ice again? Or is it an action to do it? I'm going to look up Icing Death's Frost real quick.
It is an action.
Okay. Well, they're going to try and spend their actions to break free.
Can we do like a turn order?
I'm
so confused with what's
probably
going on.
should have. Yeah.
I was sitting here thinking there was one and waiting to be called on.
Yeah, no, I was mostly just taking offerings from people and hoping everyone did a thing. Let's see. So yeah, they don't break free of that ice, I don't believe.
It's just a straight action. There's no
It's just a straight action to break free? Okay, then they do break free, and they move towards Cayman and reach him, but cannot strike. And I guess we can just do turn order as it stands. Roll initiative, everyone, if you'd like. And then reset your scores, because most of these people are still here.
Oh, shoot. I got a 19 on that. I
19,
didn't
not 13. Got it.
need an Eglor. Here, I'll just pop that up there. Oh, yes. Wait, Eglor hasn't done anything this whole time. He's definitely... He cast a Shatter once. That's the only thing he's done, so he's gonna... Yeah. So he has a turn.
You want to retcon and have him do, burning hands or something on him?
He's not doing Burning Hands, he's doing Scorching Ray.
All right. Roll your Scorching Ray while they're held in place before they rush you.
Okay, so he's gonna target one of them with 2 and one of them with 1.
Hit, miss.
Okay. Fuck, Eglor. Oh, +2, +1.
+3.
Yep,
Yeah,
+3.
+3, +1, so it's a 7. Oddly enough, that actually manages to take one down, and you see one of the 2 shadows as the flame just kind of immolates it instantly. Just a flash and gone. But yes, the last one charges at Cayman and gets into range and is looming over him as we do the initiative order.
Oh, let me roll.
Bright Leaf, half as good as last time.
Okay.
Why do I have a 25?
I'm not sure.
That's better. Eglor has a 25.
I have an 18.
All right, and then yes, we end normally at 11 now, so there's 1 hour left of runtime.
Yep. Can you put Eglor in as a 25?
Yeah, but oh, there we go. Wonderful. I do believe Cleek will go first, though, so I'm going to switch that. Rhea's faster than Cayman.
No. Cleek won't go first. Eglor will.
Why? Oh, because he rolled a 20?
Because he rolled a total of 25.
Yeah, but doesn't Cleek have a 25? Oh, he has an 18.
No.
Is there 2 Cleeks?
What?
You rolled an 18, but it still says 25, so I have corrected it.
I'm not even in the turn order.
I don't know. I see you in the turn order.
I'm not in the turn order on my screen. Let me
Yeah, I
reload
don't
the
see you
page.
either.
Oh, that is weird. Okay, my screen has different stuff than yours does.
Fate got an
Okey-doke.
18.
Yeah, but
He's not even in the turn order.
yeah, but I have him on my screen in the turn order, so I guess I'm just a little confused.
Because
Why
he rolled a 25 before.
Oh, that does it. Okay. Well, then let's add a clique then.
And an Eglor.
Okay. I got a 17. It's not letting me add things.
You got a 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not showing up, so I'm just gonna make a new one. Gonna make a new big lord.
Because his token's not down and I can't.
Yeah. I gotta get better at this roll 20 stuff, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
25. Eglor's first.
All right, and Leon, what did you roll?
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decent. Okay. So does that? Oh, I have my own view. So we have Eglor, Rhea, Cayman Cleek, Leon, Brightleaf, Lucy, Yoga not being here. Orbis Cool Shadows. Orbis Cool Shadows. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So top of the order, we have Eglor.
Eglor cannot currently see that shadow.
Correct.
He's going to hold, seeing that fire seems to work, he's going to hold a firebolt until he sees that shadow again.
I mean, it wasn't as damaging as he would have expected, but it did kill it.
And he's holding Eldritch Blast.
There you go. All right, so Eglor is holding Eldritch Blast. Rhea is holding. I guess she's putting her bow away because she snapped the bowstring, and she is drawing daggers. Dagger and a short sword. Cayman, your turn. Oh, and she hides. I'm gonna roll hide, but Cayman, your turn.
So this thing is point blank with me.
Oh yeah, no, it's right in front of you. It ran up to you as close as it could, but couldn't do its action because it had to free itself. So it's just in front of you.
Point blank Eldritch Blast.
You do it again. Yep, and that'll definitely do it. Once again, gone.
Walk slowly towards the party.
Just a black orb slowly moving towards the party.
About half my distance, drop concentration, and hit the dirt.
Hit the dirt as in you are like at 1 HP. Hit the dirt.
1 HP, hit the dirt.
Yep. So you see Cayman take a couple steps towards you as the orb, then just kind of the orb flickers and disappears, and you see him kind of just face plant on the ground. You are at the edge of the woods. Let's see. It's getting on to that next hour, but we are in turn order, so time passes more slowly. So Cleek, your turn.
Okay, so there's 4 hooded figures, and then there's 1 shadow left, right? I want to double
all
check.
the shadows are gone. You
Shadows
have
are
slain
gone.
all 4 shadows.
And we're waiting for hooded figures to appear, yes?
Well, at your
Or
height,
can we
you
see
can
them?
see them
Oh.
kind of in the distance, about 120 feet away or so, moving through the underbrush as fast as they can.
It's less than 600 feet. I'm firing.
Sure. Which one? There's 4 of them.
Whichever one's closest and therefore most dangerous, I suppose.
All right, let me put it like this: they're all moving about the same speed. One is smaller. One seems in the snatches of it that you can see seems oddly reptilian. and then the other two are more regular humanoid size. You get a bad feeling from one of the humanoid sized ones that it's possibly a little bit more dangerous than the other one.
Then I'm shooting at that one.
Shoot at the big one. Shoot at the dangerous one. And that 20 will hit.
Huzzah!
And that will be a hit as the you do 12 piercing damage. You see the arrow kind of fly over the intervening space in just an instant, and you see it thud into the collarbone, and it staggers back a sec, and then looks up at you, and you see two bloodshot eyes in this. I'm just going to get the token for it, because,
Why are Cayman and Lucy the size of the continent?
Because they're awesome.
I put it there so I could roll my initiative.
Yeah.
Over here.
Are you winning, sons?
Are you winning, son?
No.
No.
What? No.
Where do I find my
Do not worry. After you guys have all failed your death saves, I will come in and cast Spare the Dying.
Well, thanks. Skirt.
So you see this guy, except
he's
with a
also
black
the
robe.
size.
With a black
He's
robe
al-
over it.
He's also the size of the continent.
No.
Oh, good.
That's a huge bish.
That's
Oh,
what's
holy
tearing its way across the
God.
ground at you. The other ones don't seem as dangerous. They look a bit more like this thing here, which you probably got a good glimpse of before.
Oh, it's a ghoul.
Yeah, except
Fuck.
it's in a black cloak. One of them seems to be a lizard folk. One of them seems to be a halfling. And a dwarf. One of them is a dwarf. So you have a lizard folk, a dwarf, a human, and then some other humanoid. It looks like some sort of elf, probably, with those ears. And they are all of some ghoul type, and they are coming at you. But yeah, that arrow definitely sunk into the first one and did some damage. So good hit. It took a big arrow. Cleek, is that your shot? Are you gonna do anything else?
No, not really. I'm just gonna make sure I'm maybe say 50 feet in the air.
Cool.
No magic.
50 feet
no
up.
magic
Cleek
arrow,
has
got it.
Overwatch.
Not gonna use that magic shot on a bunch of cloistered together ghouls. All right.
I did not hear that they were cloistered together, and it's too late anyway.
I think they're close together.
I don't know. They're roughly 10 to 15 feet apart from each other, all kind of
Then,
needing their space
no,
to tear
I
across the
couldn't
ground
hit
as
more
fast
than
as
one with
possible.
it.
Yeah, Leon, your go. It's not their turn. They're still 120 feet away from you. It's difficult to see them from your vantage point through the brush. Only really Cleek has a good eye on them right now, so y'all are a little in the dark as to the threat, but maybe if you look up, you see Cleek shooting arrows in the distance and can tell that there's something up.
I'm going to look at the rest of the party, and I'm gonna shout, "Be ready! Something else is coming!" And I'm going to. Well, where did Cayman say he passed out at?
He was probably like 60 feet
So
from the party. He walked back a little bit, so what, 45 feet?
He ran 60 feet, came back 15 feet, darkness went, and then he dropped.
Yeah, so he's 45 feet away from the party abouts.
Man, I'm not doing a good job
or
at
is he
using my
making
cleric
saves?
spells, huh?
Nope.
You're always
No,
where they need you.
Your boys need you right now.
Going-
Where are you?
I am a good hour away from you guys, presumably.
I mean, especially if you're waiting.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I was moving at half speed and then I was hiding.
Yep. So, Leon, what were you going to do? You're going to move over to Cayman and try and help him up, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna move 30 feet towards him.
Okay. You kind of cut through the
And that
brush.
will be my
You see the frost on the ground from where you blew your icing death's frost. The shadows that you blasted, there's no sign of them. They're gone. There's actually a couple arrows sitting on the ground that had been fired and lodged themselves in the shadows before they discorporated, but they appear to be completely gone at this time. But if that's your move, are you going to do any action or anything?
I
I'd like him to make a
think.
perception
Yeah,
check.
that's all I can do.
Okay.
I'd like him to make a perception check when he gets that close.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you free action that. I'm actually going to take shadows out of the turn order because they're gone.
All right, Leon, make a perception check.
A perception check. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Leon attempting to perceive at this time? How bad Cayman is?
Something Cayman's doing.
Okay. An 11.
Cayman has a
What's your-
dagger in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Brightleaf is going to, with her bow out and kind of looking up and seeing that Cleek is taking Overwatch shots behind everyone. She's going to, kind of looking up and glancing back, kind of run as fast as she can over to Cayman. She will still be a little ways away as well. But she's looking to probably heal you, seeing how badly you're hurt. But I don't think she can reach you either with a 35-foot movement with you being 45 feet away. So she's just going to move 35 feet to you and be close and not be able to get to you. She'll have her bow out and be readied for any enemies that appear. So now that it is the enemies together at once, they will just move as fast as they can towards the party, covering about half the distance, so they are now 60 feet away. And at this time, the party can actually start to see them. I'm gonna roll a dex check for them to see if they make it through the underbrush with no issue, because there are obstructions.
I'm not logging out. I just came back in here. I don't get there.
So only the powerful one seems to pull ahead of the others, and they get a little bit caught up in the underbrush, and he moves the full 60 feet and has closed half the distance. They only get about 40 feet. So you have the big one kind of leading the others. And with that, Lucy, it is your turn.
So how big, or like how far away is that big one?
Roughly 60 feet. You can see it more or less now in the distance. It's partially obscured by trees as you look at it. You can't get like a perfect clear shot from this vantage point, but you can see it coming, and it's roughly 60 feet away.
Well, the only thing we could do really is just shoot it.
Go ahead and take a shot. Unfortunately, that one is going to miss. As it's charging towards you, kind of ducking past trees, tearing at them with its claws in order to gain extra purchase as it pulls itself across the ground at a rapid pace. You take a shot, and you think you're going to hit it, but it leaps off the tree, and the arrow thuds into where it was just a moment ago. It continues to rush towards you. Do you have a movement or bonus action you'd like to use?
We're gonna use our bonus action, use Giant's Might.
Ooh.
So now we're large.
Yes, Lucy is suddenly
Bigger.
large.
Large.
Bigger. Godzilla.
Lucy big.
Yep. So, and then yeah, it's all we're gonna do.
All right. What is Egglor going to do with his time?
Well, his held firebolt didn't go off against the shadow, so
Nope.
that's gone. Or held
Fine.
Eldritch Blast, which is fine because there's a ghoul that's in 60 feet range, right? Yeah, he's gonna fire a firebolt at it.
Mhm. I'm counting these. They're currently in half cover from ground level, so that'll hit still. That'll hit with a 2. So
11.
they'll end up doing 11 fire damage, right?
Yep.
All right. So you see this firebolt just lance out the intervening space, crashes into the sort of not burlier but more powerful essence coming out of this not quite a ghoul anymore thing, and it's looking pretty hurt now, as it has been arrowed and fired. So it's hurting. Does Eglor have anything else other than his shot?
Does he? What is he gonna do? Come on, Eglor, you gotta have something.
Maybe I should cook an egg.
No.
I'm
Nothing is a
down with
bonus.
that.
Nothing is a bonus action. He might grab an egg and then look at it and go, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to get some more eggs," and just throw it out because it's gone.
Yeah.
The eggs are gone by now.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Oh yeah, they're
Rhea-
gone.
Rhea is going to have seen you collapse, and she is going to move 35 feet over there, and then she is going to bonus action dash the rest of the way, and she will reach into her satchel, pull out a healing potion, and try and turn you over. See you holding the knife. Are you going to resist her turning you over?
No, I'm facing towards where the ghouls are coming from with the dagger. I'm just ready for him to come pounce.
She looks at your face, looks at the knife, and then shoves the uncorks the bottle and shoves it into your mouth. And
Does it do anything?
You get a minor healing potion. It heals you.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll let you roll it. It's your healing. 7. You heal 7 HP.
If they
You
roll
feel-
double 2s, I die. Instantly.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's how bad I am right now. If it rolls double
Yeah,
2s, I'm dead, guys.
We're
'Cause I know.
we're getting to that time. You can feel it. That's
I
Rhea's
know.
turn. Cayman, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look towards the ghouls. I'm gonna look down at my hand. I'm gonna lay my ring finger along the grass and push my hand down. I'm gonna take that fucking dagger. I'm gonna lop my own ring finger off.
All right.
I'm lop it right off with that +1 dagger. I know it'll go right through.
Have you already tried removing it?
Oh yeah! The moment it attuned to me, I went,
Gotcha.
it ain't coming off. No, I knew the moment I put it on. This is not coming off. Magic items aren't supposed to attune to you.
That's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna lop my own ring finger off.
Thinking
My
about the
hand-
damage.
My hand is
trying to-
black. The veins are shooting up my body.
Yeah, it's about almost to your shoulder now. All right, roll damage.
All right. Don't worry about the attack, but here's the 4 piercing damage.
All right. You sever your ring finger, and it comes off rather easily. The knife making short work, and you know from having been with this knife long enough that while it looks really dusty, or not dusty, but rusty and gross and chipped and flaked, it cuts clean. And so it does now. And the pain is you've been cut before. You've been stabbed. You've been arrowed. You've been burned. You've been thrown, bludgeoned. This is kind of something else. Yeah, self-inflicted a wound using a magical weapon to sever a magical bond. And as the finger now, with the ring still attached to it, lies in the grass with your blood kind of spurting from the stump of your finger, you do not feel freed from the attunement.
Oh, shit. Even without the ring.
Still attuned to you.
I'm gonna grab my severed finger, look at it and go, fucking just stick it back on the stump and see what happens.
It might work.
I'm not free, so I might as well see if the fucking ring just reattaches it.
Well, it's still blinging. I might as well put it back on.
At this point, well, chopping it off didn't work. Fuck it, I'll wear it.
You're sitting there in immense pain and now disbelief and a little bit of perhaps despair as you realize that that did not resolve your bond with this
I'm
thing.
gonna die. I just look right up at Ray and Brightly. I'm gonna die. It
They
didn't
both
work.
look terrified, and they look to each other and to Leon, who is also nearby, and don't really know what to do. That's your action. Are you going to do anything else?
I try to put my ring finger back on and see what happens.
All right, it's a free action to cry.
Yeah, there's probably some tears now. This is the first. Does the finger just reattach?
Oddly enough, yes.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna die. Yeah, Gaiman's breaking down. This is it. He knows. He's given up.
Cleek, over to you.
Just being a turtle in his shell.
I'm sorry, but oh my
Doesn't
god,
have
I'm
to
breaking
do-
down. I'm gonna die. Cleek, over to you.
I'm pretty sure I'm more focused on shooting at the things coming at us
And now Leon with
rather
the
than
weather.
the person.
All right, well,
God.
it's your turn, boss.
I'm
It's-
gonna
oh,
take
God.
I'm gonna take another shot at the scary one, but this
Do
one's
it.
gonna be a sharpshooter shot, so this is -5.
The dagger does not explode. It merely hurt you, and then it. Ooh, that's definitely going to be a hit. Were you sharpshooting it too?
I was sharpshooter. I said
Good,
sharpshooter.
good. Yeah, no, you did.
24 damage.
All right, and with that, ooh, nope, nope.
Son
The
of a
thing
bitch.
is looking. The thing is looking as rough as it can get without not being rough anymore and just being gone.
Explode it.
One
Explode
HP.
it. Destroy it.
Are
Maybe.
any other of the ghouls near enough to it that I could? Are any of the other ghouls within 10 feet of it?
Nah, they're about like they're 10, 15 feet behind it, in just general distance towards you, but they're also about 10, 15 feet to the side in different directions. Like they kind of spread out and were running towards you to kind of like do an encirclement, but the one got ahead of the others, and so they're not really in range of each other. They're not really grouped together as such.
Screw it. I'm gonna use up Arcane Shot. I'm gonna finish this one off. Bursting Arrow. Although it only hits it.
If it
Yeah.
gets to me, I'm dead.
5 force damage.
It's gone. The ghast. How do you want to do this?
Well, I'm assuming the arrow sinks into its chest or its shoulder or such. But after
Mhm.
seeing that it didn't finish it, the arrow's gonna burst with force. Maybe even sending it into pieces.
Yeah, gosh.
Mm-hmm. So you see the arrow slam into the dead center chest of the creature, and it seems to stagger for a second, and then start to move again, and then that's when you make your trigger, and the thing's chest just erupts, and you see shards of arrow, magical arcane arrow material flying in all directions and embedding themselves in the trees. But really, this thing that you just shot, there's a massive crater where the chest and torso should have been. The arms are now splayed back, no longer fully attached to the ribcage, which is mostly gone. And the thing falls backwards, a welter of blood and gore, no longer moving, no longer a threat.
Eek. Disgusting, but it had to be done, I suppose.
Disgusting.
On to
You're fighting
Leon.
undead. What would be disgusting is if you let them get to you.
Yeah, fair.
But that's your attack. Are you going to move or BA? Bonus action?
No, I'm just gonna hold position, and I don't have a bonus action.
Excellent. Leon?
Not good. not good. It's a bonus action. Son of a bitch. I'm going to. Yeah.
Picked the
Okay.
stinky one and killed it first. Good job.
I'm going to cast. How far are they from us now? I want to make sure before I do this.
They're about 80 feet, the ghouls. 80 to 90, depending on their angle. Some of them are closer to Cayman and that group with you. Some of them are closer to Lucy and Eglor's group. You guys are, your total party is like there's one clump near Cayman and one clump that Cayman ran away from to spread out the shadows. So you generally have like a 30-foot distance between your two groups, and the ghouls that are charging towards you are spread out enough that probably one in the middle, about 80, 85 feet from each group, and then one that's about 80 feet from each group on either side, but maybe like 100, 105 from the other. It's Pythagorean theorem crap.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to cast. Fuck.
You have like
Okay.
one group here, you have another group
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and then you have like the enemies are
God, I hope this works.
about sort of
I'm
thing.
going to start by casting Alter Self
Mhm.
to give myself like bulky straw, like big bulky hands. So I start doing bludgeoning damage on basic attacks.
Oh, nice. All right, Leon changes the shape of his fists into these two like maul-looking sledgehammer hands, and he looks ready to just go fisticuffs with one of these things.
Yep. And yeah, that's gonna.
Are you otherwise just mentally preparing yourself?
I want to make sure before I say anything that this is a bonus action. No, that's an action. Okay, so yeah, that'll be my turn, and yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Brightleaf is going to make the rest of the distance over to Cayman. Is going to bend down and put her hand on his chest where he appears to have been, clawed by something a moment ago, and cast Cure Wounds. Is it 3? It's 1d8 plus spell modifier, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll
She
high.
heals you 8 HP.
Oh.
And then she kind of gets ready with her bow. I mean, she can't ready an action or anything because she just used it, but she's otherwise defensive posture with her bow up, kind of standing next to you and Rhea and Leon, getting ready for the onslaught, trying to make sure that you can get up. In fact, she'll say to you, "We need you up." And that's Brightleaf's turn. The ghouls, for their part, will sprint towards the party as fast as possible, and now they are within 20 feet, generally speaking, 20, 25, 30 feet. You know that next turn, if you don't move, they will close in melee and attack.
And rip me to shreds.
They don't appear to all be going for you. Oddly enough, it appears that, the one that's, that's the wrong thing there. I'm just spitballing. It's like, one is not coming towards you. It's kind of running towards Big Lucy. And the other two are running towards your group because there's more people. So it's 2 and 1. But they can't do anything else that turn. Lucy, it is your turn. You are at a position where you can also close with the creature in front of you and attack it if you want, because it's close enough. It's within
Is
30
it within...
feet.
Okay.
I think your movement also increases because you're large. I'm not sure.
That I don't think so.
If not, you're still within range because you can go 35.
Alright. So is any other one within 30 feet?
No. No, the other one is about 45 feet away. Maybe
Okay,
50.
so if I go up to this one, would any other one be within 30 feet?
So the one in front of you, if you were to move up and engage them, you would be within, I mean, I know this isn't to scale, but you would be within the 30 feet to this one. So yeah.
Mm. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go up to this one and we're going to hit it. And yeah, so first attack with rapier.
Oh, that's a hit. And roll your increased damage because you're large. I think is it 1d4 or 1d6 extra?
1d6. Oh no, it's
Okay.
1d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay,
No.
cool.
Okay, no, that's the fang bite. Never mind. It's 1d6. I'm looking at the wrong numbers.
No worries, no worries.
1d6.
You find yourself looming over the lizard folk ghoul, and it, peers up at you with wide, bloodshot reptilian slitted eyes, and you just kind of like rear up over it, come down with your rapier and like stab all the way down through it into the ground, and pull it back, and you see there's just blood coating your blade, and the thing appears to be very injured after being skewered, but it's still moving. It's inhuman, unearthly resilience and strength keeping it alive. The 9, unfortunately, will not hit it. So you'll swing wide with the short sword and cut a large branch off of the tree, but not manage to hit the ghoul in front of you. But you did you put a hoitin on him with that 13 there. So he's looking pretty tough, pretty rough. Like you've messed him up something fierce. So that's a move and attack, and bonus action attack with your offhand. So I guess that is it for Lucy then?
Yep.
All right. Eglor, top of the round. And as the top of the round comes, real quick, you will hear in the distance... It appears that whatever had held it back for some time has failed. And this will be the part, Yoga, where you see it land and look for you and then pass you by as it goes back in search of the rest of the party. So if you're still hunkering down, I was just letting you know that they're now noticing that it has caught up and such. So Cleek, you can't see it yet, but you can sense something on the horizon. The source of the screaming is approaching once more.
So
Eglor,
farther away from me, closer to them?
Yes.
Eglor is gonna firebolt the one that Lucy just smacked.
All right. I got you, Riley. BRB. We're good. That's a hit. And that's
So 8 fire damage.
Oh, dang. It slams into the chest of this lizard folk ghoul and manages to scorch most of the black robes off of it. And you can see that there are not still bleeding, but like old bite wounds across the neck and like shoulder area of this lizard folk creature. The scales have been bent in and broken where powerful jaws had crushed part of the bones, but the thing moves with unearthly strength now. However, with that firebolt and burning across its chest, it is now looking almost gone. That's Eglor.
That is Eglor.
All right.
Well, he is gonna move. He's gonna move towards the group.
All right. Eglor is able to move. Eglor was actually on that side already, so he's within 30 feet and could move into combat range if he wanted.
He's not gonna quite move into combat.
So you're like 15 feet, kind of half close?
Yeah.
You want him moving into the middle area where he can kind of get range on everyone, or kind of stay to that right-ish side?
He already has range on everyone. He's gonna stay close to where he is.
Okay, cool. Got it. So on Rhea's turn, she is going to try and hide. She'll kind of like take a few hop steps forward and tuck behind the bole of a tree in the path that she perceives that the ghoul will take towards the rest of the group. And she will hold an action to stab anything that runs past her. And that's Rhea. Cayman, your turn.
Well, Kevin's gonna stand up, look at his ring finger, shake his head, and go, "This
The finger is now completely black, as
This-
is most of the hand.
it's pointless. He's not gonna do anything
All right. He does
except
nothing.
Eldritch Blast the fuck out of a ghoul because a good captain would never let his crew down."
Well, there you go, Cayman. Rolled a hit. That's a hit. That's a nice, healthy hit. Who are you shooting at, by the way? The dwarf ghoul or the human ghoul?
The dwarf ghoul.
All right, that's a healthy 11 damage as the bluish green bolt slams into the chest of this dwarven ghoul.
And
Again,
we're gonna
staggering it, but it keeps moving.
And we're gonna respawn the tentacle of the deeps next to it and make another attack with that.
Do it. Do it. That'll hit.
So it takes 2 more cold damage.
That's fine. The tentacle lashes out and slaps across the dwarf. It does a little bit of damage. It appears to be, wearing it down, but it's still up and is no movement.
Step back, because there's no way I'm gonna get ripped apart by fucking ghouls today.
Not any more than you've already been ripped apart.
Pull 15 feet because I had to stand up.
Yep. Cleek, then. You took out the first one, the big one. There's 3 more. One is engaged with Lucy at the moment, and the other 2 are still coming strong. One's taken some hits.
I'm gonna fire at one of the ones that's still coming,
Okay. The injured one or the uninjured one?
and this is gonna be a normal shot.
Okay.
The uninjured one.
Okay.
Oh!
Well, that's a
Does
crit.
that crit apply to my arcane shot as well?
If you trigger it,
Just
yes.
double all the dice, right?
Yep.
Well, yes,
I
I'm
know that
triggering
because
it.
Divine Smite on Paladin is like
So is that then a 19? Is that what I'm reading right? Or is it 1d
Yep.
plus 7, 7, 14? So that's a 19.
19 damage, and
All right.
is it still up?
Yes. Yes, it is.
get it, Cleek. Get it.
Then I'm going to use arcane shot, grasping arrow. 2d6 poison, and its speed is reduced, and it takes slashing damage if it moves. Yada yada.
No matter
First,
what you roll,
2d6 instant poison.
no matter
Does
what you
nothing.
roll, it's gonna die. It's enough. Wait,
Wait.
you said poison damage?
Yeah, it does nothing.
Yeah, it does no damage. However, it is restrained. And it will take slashing
Okay.
damage if it tries to move. So
Mm-hmm.
while the vines, as the arrow slams into it, really rocking this thing. Let me see this 19. The vines wrap out from around it, and as the thorns from these vines sink into it, pushing poison into the thing's not moving veins, not pumping it. It takes no damage at all, and it just continues on. However, on its turn, it'll probably take damage as it moves. So that is your shot. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Leon, over to you. I think you're muted, Leon.
What? I'm gonna look at Cayman. What the hell is happening? Why are they after you? Why is this happening now?
Later.
No, I need to know now. What is going on? What are they after? Because they didn't start this shit till we came out. What is going on?
Just hold my hand up and show him the ring.
You don't remember Cayman's skin being that black and unhealthy looking before.
Do I see the ring?
You see the ring. The ring is a shiny black with a kind of glittering. I want to say it's an onyx stone, but it has sort of a little purple kind of lavender aura to it on the edges. It definitely looks like an object of power. And go ahead and roll, actually, as you take a look at it. Leon, I would like you to roll an Arcana check, a Religion check, and a History check.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
All three?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, all three, just like I had to.
Arcana, history, religion.
All right. So the best you get is actually,
Knowing where it came from.
yeah, that's all you get is that you know that it came from that mausoleum. Those rolls unfortunately don't afford you any extra information. However, the design of the ring is such that it is for obsidian, simple band of obsidian with a large onyx gemstone in a circular cut embedded in the band, and it looks like, as you look at it closely in the lighting, what little lighting there is, right? You see sort of like a glittering off of the face of it, and it looks like the gemstone has been defaced with an engraving of the skull motif, the fanged skull with the spider, the winged spider in one eye, and you see that it has kind of carved into and damaged the original setting of the gem. So that's what you see. That's what the ring looks like, and that's what you glean from your rolls, which unfortunately didn't get you as much information as there is to be had. But that's what you see when you look.
And it looks like the vampire thing, so that's enough for me.
Yep.
Cayman, drop it.
I can't.
You can't drop it, or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Drop it.
Column A, column B.
I can't remove it.
And put your hand on the ground.
I already tried that.
Put your hand on the ground. Don't argue with me.
Yes, sir.
No.
If you're going to press the issue, you're going to run out of time and make your persuasion check part of the turn.
And it will
Alright.
fail immediately.
Alright, you're asking for this then. I'm gonna use my action for radiant consumption.
Radiant consumption.
Yep. And
No freaking way.
Is he gonna do what I think he is? I mean, the hand's held up. If you're gonna try to do that to the ring, be my guest.
Radiant consumption.
I didn't
Starting at the
realize.
third level, you can use your
we never
action
knew
to
what race he
unleash
was.
divine energy within yourself, causing a searing light to radiate from you, pour out of your eyes and mouth, and threaten to char you. Your transformation lasts for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action. During it, you shed bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet, and at the end of each of your turns, you and each creature within 10 feet of you take radiant damage equal to half your level rounded up. So that would be 2. In addition, once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target. When you deal damage to it with an attack or spell, the extra radiant damage equals your level. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So you are activating it, and that means at the end of your turn, everyone within 10 feet, including you, is going to take 2 radiant damage, and you can, that's it. Doesn't count as an attack, it's a passive. So,
And you can target something.
yeah, if you target
but-
something with an attack or spell, you can deal 4 radiant damage to it once per turn as well. So you activate the radiant consumption, and are you just going to stand there within range of Brightleaf and yourself and Cayman?
No, I'm going to. Hang on before I do this. Oh, fuck.
I did move 15 feet away from everybody.
You're correct. Yes. So you wouldn't be hitting both of them unless you stood directly in the middle of them. But I'm not sure who you're trying to hit here, and I don't have the granularity of a grid map up because I'm a fool. So
I was hoping I could.
alternatively, you can charge towards the two ghouls with your movement and end the turn with them within 10 feet of you.
No, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to look at Cayman and say, this is going to hurt in a second. And I'm going to end my turn there with him taking, or he's what, 15 feet, or did he say he was in 10?
He moved 15 feet back, so you would have to move at least 5 to 10 feet to get within range of him. So yeah, if you get in range of Cayman, then all right, at the end of the turn, with the radiant consumption causing you to burn with a holy light, but it's so scalding that it even burns you. And Cayman, you take 2 times
Plus 2
damage and take 4 radiant damage as you find that you are
Yep.
also, unfortunately,
Yep,
vulnerable to
I'm-
the searing light of radiant damage.
I am burning bad.
Yeah, in fact, it's probably something akin to what a vampire feels when they're in the sunlight. You feel the black parts of your skin burning as the radiant light coming off of Leon, coming out of his eyes and mouth through the mask, wash over you, and everyone. You see a kind of a beacon light up in the night. In fact, this is kind of one of those things that, should you look for it, you might be able to see it from town, sort of thing, because you go up like a spotlight in the night. And that's the end of your turn. Brightleaf is going to turn around and see what's happening and not really know what to do because she also sees ghouls charging forward. And she will turn and take a shot at one of the ghouls. And unfortunately, that will miss. Possibly the panic of seeing her friends infighting. She is going to hold her ground and kind of like look panicked and turn around and just be in kind of a state of disbelief. The ghouls, for their part, one is going to, I'm just going to do this in order, so I'm going to have, yeah, I know, it's almost there. One of the ghouls is going to attack Lucy. It's going to attack you with a bite attack. An 11 will miss, as this little lizard folk ghoul tries to bite your armored shin. Maybe breaks a couple teeth on it. Seems rather ineffectual. The other two, for their part, will charge towards Brightleaf. One will... I'm going to see if it's noticing. Nothing. It does not notice Rhea, so
Can I
Rhea
roll
will
my
get her
2d6
held
spirit
action.
slashing?
Oh, yeah. Go right ahead.
Yay.
Roll your slashing.
It is rolling, but my internet is cripplingly slow.
That's okay. I can hear your voice well, and we know it's coming, so... how much is 2d6, right?
Yep, 2d6, yeah.
All right. It's not quite coming through. You want to try rolling again, or is it
How
just
long
like
is this
in the
going to take
window?
to roll?
I don't know. I'll roll for you if you want, unless we want it. There it is.
Okay,
Oh my goodness. Beautiful. No, that's just enough. How do you want to do this?
Of course. Well, it's
Be back
pretty
in
much
just a
going to
second.
tear itself to shreds with 1,000 paper cuts as it tries
Yep.
to move through the brambles.
All right. You will
It's
see
like
the
wrapping barbed
human...
wire around yourself and trying to run.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work out well.
It's not pretty.
Well, I mean, it doesn't work out well if you want to live through it. So that one goes down. The other one, however, charges past, and Rhea strikes out with her short sword from her hidden bowl in the tree. So And that's going to be a hit with sneak attacks. All right, so that'll be the other. The last ghoul goes down as she nimbly steps out behind it as it rushes by. You see her kind of take her short sword and just hamstring across both of its legs, and as it kind of falls backwards, she just kind of spins her knife and just jabs it into the throat, and the ghoul is gone. The last one up and standing is the one that is fighting against Lucy, who I don't think has long for this world. Ooh, that is actually going to miss. That will not. Plus 1d4 plus 2.
It's actually just a 1d6.
Ah, just a 1d6. Okay. And that will be enough. The honestly, 1 damage was enough. It was almost gone. But how do you want to kill this thing?
What's like the sword comparison in Zeister? Like, does his weapons increase too?
Yes, they increase in size proportionate to you. So that's why I said you stabbed it last moment with a rapier and managed to skewer it all the way into the ground.
Split it down the middle?
Oof. Effortless. As you take a step back, this thing having just, broken its teeth on your shin guard, you size it up and you go, I think a perfect cut is right here. And half a second later, less than half a second later, 2 halves of the ghoul are falling to either side, and you've already turned around and you aren't looking at it. I don't know if you want to. I'm just taking liberty, but cool
Yeah,
guys
that
don't look at
works.
explosions. So with that, there is a moment of relative peace, except for the fact that we have Leon menacing Cayman. So while we would normally be at the end of the session, I would like to wrap up this real quick and see what happens. Eglor, what will Eglor do, seeing peace for the moment, but also seeing friends fighting?
Shit. I can't speak for Eglor. I don't know what he would do.
Then I will. Hey. That's not good. And he'll produce flame in one hand and kind of hold it like he's ready to throw it. Like, what are you doing there?
Get back, Egbor. This is not gonna be pretty. But no, I'm not gonna kill him. Probably.
We stopped the zombies.
What are you doing?
He's gonna
Oh.
hold action for any hostile movements. Rhea, for her part, will, having just dispatched the ghoul, turn and also see Cayman shrinking away from this radiant energy, and she's going to be a little pissed. And Captain, and she's going to move 35 feet into range with Leon and try to grapple you and get you to stop somehow. So that's an opposed.
Post strength, is that right?
Yep. She's not the strongest, but she gotcha. So she has moved to you, action grappled you, and will now bonus action dash while pulling you away. So she will pull you 15 feet away from Cayman with her mobility. And that is Rhea's turn. Cayman, you are now out of range of the radiant light. Are you still AFK there?
No, I'm here.
All right.
If you kill me while
Just
I'm wearing
dying.
this, if I go down, what do you think happens next, you idiot?
As if to punctuate. Closer.
Wasting time. Whatever that is, I don't have enough left in me. We need to get inside the city.
And with that, Cayman, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking knew it. Oh, thanks a lot, because if he rolls double twos now, I'm dead. Oh, I'm fucking dead if he rolls double twos. I'm dead. You killed me.
Da-da. It's only 25% chance.
I'm dead. I'm down. I'm instant. I'm at 0. I'm dead. I die.
You don't die, you're down.
No, but I'm down with the fucking ring on.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Thanks.
at that moment, after saying, "If I die, what do you think happens next?" Cayman drops to the ground unconscious. And we will call it there.
Wasn't
Nice.
he already prone?
Vampire.
No, I stood up. But now I'm fucking very prone.
And it turns into a vampire.
Not yet.
Crumpled.
Y'all
damn.
y'all stressing. Yoga's just having grand old time.
Yoga's vibing in the woods with some fog. No one knows where he went, and that's actually part of Brightleaf's concern. She's like,
Yeah.
wait, where's Yoga? Where's Yoga? Why is no one concerned that Yoga is missing? I don't think she saw you invisibilify him.
Alright, I'm about to... Bye.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
night, everyone. Have a great night, Riley.
Cleek
Thank you.
didn't see that either, but he's
At
at this point. Cleek is looking back concerned at everyone else and what's going on, but he's also trying to hold up Overwatch.
And then
see if
Cayman just
anything else
fucking
comes.
drops right in front of him. Cayman just goes down. Do I need to hang out? Is there anything I need to
Cleek
hang
is
out
just trying to stay in the air and keep watch.
Well, I'm still recording.
I can only imagine
And-
going down. Something's gonna happen.
Well, you're not dead until you're dead. So that's kind of part of it. Is you're down, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
You should be making death saves in a moment here, maybe, but we're not to that yet. So, you know. Oh, good night, Astron.
I'm just curious if I'm gonna, in my fine dream state, if I'm gonna be having a conversation with something that I wished I hadn't had a conversation with.
You might well. You
Oh,
might well. We will come to that next week, so you get to ponder the nature of existence in the meantime.
We're gonna take
Maybe-
up time
Maybe
next
think of
week.
a few memories that might flash before Cayman's eyes. So we can share that with the party.
Damn it.
I don't want to share that with the party. I don't want them to know. That's my past.
Well, it's not going to be shared with them. It's going to be shared with me while they listen. But you know what I mean. Yeah, that was really fun. I should have been better prepared for some of the combats. I expected them to be more hit and run than stand up fights. So that's my failure in prep. I'll work on that next time. That being said, great job standing your ground and fighting them when you did.
If you just have like a general grid that's just blank, I think.
Yeah, I'll do that next time. I'm going to get something like that, and I'm going to get better at just kind of sketching up stuff, because I used to do it with whiteboards when I did IRL stuff. Take a whiteboard and some markers, and you can make a pretty good map with that just really fast. I also did graph paper in dry erase sleeves, so you could make your map and then draw on top of it and then erase it and then draw on top of it and then erase it. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know, different stuff, but yeah, I'll work on that and get something set up for next time so it's less hectic and it's more easier to follow for everyone, because I feel bad if anyone, like Astro and Riley were both saying that they felt like they missed their turns during that first sort of like narrative battle round against the shadows, because they were waiting for a turn in combat, and so that was me not being clear enough. But yeah, a few things for this skills challenge escape scenario that I can clean up for the next time I do something that has a skills challenge.
I really feel like.
Oh no, go ahead.
I really feel like the Shadow Demon was the best thing I could have done.
Yeah, it was.
That
it
thing
held
was
it off.
hounding us the whole fucking time. It was hounding us. The Shadow Demon's the only thing.
It could not magically track you, as part of Pass Without a Trace's text explicitly states, but it could track you very, very, very well.
It could smell
so
us.
It was like confused that it couldn't find you, but it was compelled and unable to find you. So it was kind of like as you move, you had like this 50-foot bubble of protection that it didn't know how to enter. Like it just blanked in its mind to go that way every time, and then it would be too far away, and it would be like, I need to go that direction. So
Shit, they're gone.
shit, they're gone. There they
And
are.
then the moment it's like, there they are, and then fucking demon comes up, it's like,
Well, and then when you flicker the spell to recast it, you know, it
and
knows.
they're gone.
Yeah, and they're gone. So it was.
Is there a reason?
I
Is
think
there
they
a reason
can.
you had Rhea pull me off?
Yeah, Rhea really likes Cayman and saw him shrinking away from you scorching him with light beams. That's why she pulled you away. She didn't hurt you. She didn't stab you. She just wanted you to get away from hurting her. Huh?
She may have. I'm worried she killed Cayman.
You killed me.
I was about to say, you did the. If he hadn't taken 2 radiant damage, he would have had enough HP.
4 radiant damage. It was 4 in the end.
Oh,
Yes,
Because
I
he's
had
vulnerable
12.
to. The ring
Everything.
makes you vulnerable to one thing,
Basically,
and it makes
yup.
you vulnerable to 2 other things if you are not a thing. Cayman is not the thing, so he's vulnerable to 3 things right now.
yeah. Yeah, I know 2 of them. 3 of them, actually. I know all
Yeah,
3 of them.
You know all 3 things that you are weak to.
Yeah. Burning through the radiance, wilting away through necrosis, and gasping for air because poison is in my body. And if I had that 12 hit points, I would still be up right now. You're burning.
You have
down.
people around you fighting to keep you alive. They're like pumping healing into you as the poison pulls your life away, and you're attacked by everything.
Yep. And then Leon's like, I'm going to burn him.
He wants to get answers.
You wouldn't drop the fucking ring.
He can't drop the ring, but Leon doesn't know that.
I explained. I already he's like, put your hand on the ground. I'm like, I already did that. It didn't.
I already
work.
cut off my finger, dude. It didn't work.
I literally lopped my finger off, and it was still attacked.
Yeah, you may well have heard him cry out in pain when he did it, unless it was just a more stoic, manly sort of thing.
You were close enough to see me cut my finger off, look at my finger, and go.
He also made his hands hammers at that time, so it's a wash whether or not he saw you.
Yeah.
I am going to stop recording at this time.